Buenas, buenas. Welcome. Ok, por aquí estamos funcionando. Organiza por aquí, esto por acá, vale.
You can see those broken structures really do work as vantage points for cover. So Brittany, yeah, it's a great job at just kind of like mixing the two.
Francotirador.
And with the vertical sight, the vantage
¿Algún
points
Cusco?
all around these alleyways, there's just so many ways you can cover too, as well as those open mixed areas.
Yeah, I think the other thing is, you know, a lot of these maps, we look at 3-lane based maps, which again, there is an inspiration towards a lot of this. And as we get equipped for precision, Hamilton is entering the Call of Duty franchise space, the special edition khaki field automatic. I will say we had some time to talk to the Hamilton representatives, and wow, it's cool. I actually have the watch on right now that was used in Interstellar, the Murph watch. Very clean, very comfortable, so make sure you check out Hamilton for that limited edition if you're looking to up your wrist game. But getting back to the point, you know, again, you've got these central POIs, especially in a map like Hardpoint. You see those interest points immediately, but how you connect between the lanes feels really smooth, really fluid, and again, doesn't feel like you're held back by trying to take these tight routes to get from place to place, which I love.
And it feels like each map is like that, right? We saw Deus Samir doing that on the Forge, right? Every single map, the map transition from lane to lane is so beautiful. And even if you are using something like the VS Recon, depending on what types of specialties and perks that you have attached to it, you can move very fast. And MZ, a reputable sniper by far for so long in the community, she's working it really well with these one-shot, one kills.
Looking clean, now off the spawn. Are we gonna see a quad feed? Come on, MZ, give it to us. Almost a chance for some collateral action. Whoa! Then almost to the pistol. She can't believe it. Almost absolutely tore apart the entire lobby. But yes, we do, MZ. We take those.
Definitely some nice shots there. Almost through the wall, but...
Vale, pero no funciona el TTS.
There we go. A little camo action.
Ooh! Kind of hearing the hearing the strategies on that one. She knows exactly what she's doing here, but they are dominating right now. Another one goes down. Gosh, this is a sniper we have to try when we're on.
You know, I gotta just reveal my position here on it. I know
Ah, vale. No lo tenía subido por lo medio, por razón que... TTS test. Ahí está, funciona.
Feel free to get on in there as we continue on with the coverage for today. Everyone is talking about the new dog score streak, of course, and courtesy of Little Caesars, we get to see a little bit more with him as we sat down to talk to Dog for Pep Talk.
What's up, everybody? This is Little Caesars Pep Talk with the side of Black Ops.
Sí, quizá los zombies lo dejen para el final. Sí. Es lo más normal.
I have a special present for you. You hungry?
I am so hungry.
Let's eat, my friend. Bring him in.
Look at my guy.
It wouldn't be a Black Ops
Thank
without
you so much.
a robo delivery service. It's launch week. It's reveal week. What's the content strategy?
Get as much content as humanly possible. First, we want to look at the maps. Black Ops 2 guns are back.
What's going to be new in this game that you're pumped for?
The wall bouncing.
Weapons, I saw the camos are kind of nuts here.
The best thing they're doing this year is it's any mode you want. So campaign, zombies, warzone, multiplayer, you name it, they got it.
Give me the day one. I need to get to Prestige as fast as possible. Load out. What are you running?
Holy moly. The M8 felt really, really good when I used it. The Peacekeeper felt great.
If you're
honestly, right now, they're all pretty good.
For anyone who wants to become a Call of Duty creator,
yes.
What pro tips do you have for us?
Don't just go live for 4 hours, mindlessly doing random stuff. Have a strategy.
Final question. This is the Little Caesars Pep Talk. Where can I find more content from T-Dog Smitty?
YouTube.com/TDogSmitty.
For all of you at home, it is time to open the Little Caesars app, accept the Call of Duty challenge, complete it, and you could win Black Ops 7. Yeah, a free copy. And you are also entered for a chance to squad up with George Kittle, maybe T-Dog Smitty. Number 85, Little Caesars Call of Duty. Does it get better than that? I didn't think so.
That was amazing, and we gotta love
Buenas, chicos,
that
buenas.
dog. By the
Bienvenidos.
way, our creators are rocking Corsair peripherals throughout the venue, so you at home can enter for a chance to win the peripherals bundle by entering the sweepstakes on the official Call of Duty X account and use the hashtag below. But we'll be right back and more Black Ops 7.
Ok. Pero no envía el... Eso se escucha como TTS, no se escucha como chat.
Dominate every game on a big screen TCL QD Mini LED TV with 144 Hz native
Ah, sí, mira, está acá.
refresh rate and AMD
Vale, sí, sí aparece chat como tal, pero no
1080p.
aparece el...
TCL,
Vale.
the official TV of Call of Duty. Experience the world of Call of Duty with Corsair.
La publicidad del bot, bueno, ya sabéis en Twitter. Ya podría quitar y no verla, ¿sabes? Puedo ponerle pausa.
Ready to ride the special edition Polaris Razor Pro R and Sportsman XP 1000 vehicles, dropping soon into Call of Duty Warzone. You're invited to the Little Caesars Call of Duty Challenge. Open the Little Caesars app, accept and complete the challenge.
Ahí va.
You might win a copy of the new
Bueno,
Call
bueno,
of
bueno,
Duty
espera que
Black
se vuelve
Ops
loco de
7.
verdad.
You'll also be entered for a
Solo
chance
de
to win the
este.
grand prize. A trip to an Activision studio to squad up with George Kittle in a 1-hour epic Call of Duty battle. Complete the Little Caesars Call of Duty challenge today. Welcome back, Black Ops 7 multiplayer. Looking sick, looking slick. We've been joined by Lawrence Metten, Associate Design Director at Treyarch. Lawrence, I know there is a lot of stuff going on with Prestige in Black Ops 7. So firstly, welcome to the Owning Room. Secondly, tell us more.
Thank you. Yeah, so we have classic Prestige in Black Ops 7. We have a new journey. Excited to share more about the updates coming to Prestige Master and the icons and things like that as we get closer to launch. But our big story with Prestige in Black Ops 7 is the return of Weapon Prestige. And we're really doing for Weapon Prestige in BO7 what we did for Classic Prestige in Black Ops 6, and that's bring back a fan favorite progression system in a way that feels faithful to the way it used to work, but also bigger and better than ever.
So Weapon Prestige is bringing an even deeper journey for players with their favorite weapons. Lawrence, tell us how this is going to work.
Yeah, so reach max weapon level, you're going to have the choice to enter Weapon Prestige. Doing so will automatically unlock a unique prestige attachment that each weapon in the game has. And these are chunky,
No
build-changing
está mal,
attachments
jueguen
that
al
really change the way
modo
those guns
clásico,
play.
camuflaje un poco
You're
más
also
básico,
gonna
no tan
unlock a
extravagantes.
camo, and the Weapon Prestige
Me
system is
recuerdan
packed
Black Ops
with
2,
camos,
eso me suena
some
más de
of which
Doom.
are
Vale, ahí está ya
remastered Black Ops 2 camos. So
los camos
you may
más
see some fan favorite
futuristas,
camos on
bueno,
the screen
futuristas,
here.
estilo
You know we
el
had some
típico más,
graffiti
vuelve el
camo.
cómic y el graffiti del Black Ops 2. Qué preciosos que están.
One of my favorites. Oh, it's so
Yeah,
many.
oh, it's
Yeah.
great.
Charms, camos, attachments, prestige.
¡Oh!
Got it all going on,
No,
but
el Cyborg y el
honestly, it feels
L115.
like Black Ops 7 is
No lo había visto.
seriously about the
Están
camos this time around.
reformadas, están
Oh
guapísimos.
yeah, we're
Recuerdan
going big
muchísimo a
with
los
camos.
originales.
So we have their core camo grind. We have camos in Prestige. We're gonna have camos in our live seasons. So weekly challenges, we'll have 2 camos per season, an animated camo to chase for completing that system. We're gonna have camos in our seasonal events, and I mean we're going big with camos. There's a redacted camo.
We heard people like camos.
The jacket
people
don't lie,
like camos.
folks. The jacket don't lie.
Yeah, he came
got
prepared.
camo.
Like we were like, there's only one thing you're
He's-
allowed
he's-
to
he's
wear,
working through his
Lawrence.
headshots. He's early in his journey.
I'm 5 headshots in on
yeah,
this
yeah.
thing.
All right, I know we all love the camos. Matt, what's your favorite one?
I mean, so Lawrence mentioned we've got some remasters, some reimagines. I worked on Black Ops 2. One of my favorites. It does relate to a breakfast meat.
You know I've been outside your office with signs picketing for this one.
You have been sliding bacon strips under my office door.
Subtle.
subtle, but we took it. So hey, I'm gonna go with bacon. Bacon camo.
And it's never looked better.
It's sizzling in
It
this
is hot.
game.
It sizzles. It's greasy. It's all of the
all the things
All
we
of
need
the
it to be.
things.
Okay, so while we unlock these camos and more throughout this progression journey,
Oh, acaban de activar
the best part
nuevos
is if
drops.
you make something awesome, you can now share it with your friends.
Okay.
Okay, first now, in Black Ops, Lawrence, can you explain the sort of the build share for us?
Yeah, weapon build sharing. We wanted to do this for a long time. We've finally been able to do it with Black Ops 7. You can send a build you've created directly to a friend. You can grab a build from the kill cam. So if someone's got your number in a match and you're like, man, what's that guy using? Grab that build, throw it into your loadout for the next game. And then you can also share via a build code. So right in the gunsmith is a build code. Edit a build, edit a weapon, and that build code updates. Anytime you see a screenshot of the gunsmith, post it to socials or out of game, grab that build code, throw it into your game, and you're rocking that gun.
My days of digging through the spreadsheets are over.
Yeah, I can join
I'm
my
so
pro.
excited.
I'm gonna join my pro friends and be like, "What's the build?" They're like, "Here it is, bang, straight into my loadout." Sick. That's so cool.
It's I spent a lot of time on the social medias looking for meta builds, so I no longer have to do that. I can just grab a code, and I will also. We saw Pablo talking about our weapons earlier. I will often hit him up on a Saturday night and be like, "Hey,
if you want to know
what
anything,
what is the best
Pablo's
weapon,
your guy."
Pablo?" And now he can just send me a code.
Yeah.
Pablo build codes are blessed. If
That-
you get a build
absolutely.
code from Pablo,
Maybe
you know it's
maybe
gonna
we
fly.
will be blessed and get one from him
Yep.
closer to launch. But we've already seen quite a bit of gameplay today. But one thing we have not seen is modes. More modes, new
Yep.
modes. We need
Modes.
to talk about
We got
modes.
modes.
So we are talking about Skirmish.
That's right.
Which is not in the beta, but will be there at launch. What's Skirmish all about, Matt?
Yeah, so Brittany said we got maps, and I'm going to say we got modes. Skirmish is our high player count 20v20 mode based on Avalon. We will have 2 launch maps on day 1. We'll have Mission Edge and Mission Tide. They're very different. We've got one kind of skyscrapers, ritzy, glitzy, glamour, wingsuit, grapple all over the place. Then we've got one that's a bit more grounded and plays a bit more like a familiar multiplayer play space. We love our high player count modes at Treyarch. We've taken inspiration from Fireteam. We've taken inspiration from Combined Arms. And we've got something really exciting for day 1.
Nice.
Really, really exciting stuff. We also have a new mode that we're going to be seeing live gameplay for today called Overload. What's that about?
Well, we're going to find out. Back to the studio.
My name is Miles Ross. I'm here with Joanna, lead game designer on all things modes here in Black Ops 7.
So tell me about modes. What do you and your team do?
My team focuses on designing game modes here at Treyarch.
There's one mode that we would love to talk about, a brand new mode called Overload. What is that?
It's a 6v6 objective mode. You have 2 zones, they have 2 zones. Your goal is to secure the overload device and pick it up and capture it in one of the opposing team zones. Once you secure the device, you have an outline on you to indicate that you have the device. By bringing the device to one of the zones, your team gets 1 point. Your goal is to get 8 points to win the match. And it's been great working on this mode with our partners at Binox.
What happens after I score? Does it respawn in a set position or is it random?
An overload device will spawn in one of those 3 locations. The rotations of each spawn is predetermined for each map.
Excellent! This sounds like a very competitive mode.
Oh yes, it is very competitive. It requires a lot of team coordinations and strategies.
Sick. Okay, when it comes to internal playtests, are you guys going crazy? I mean, who's the goal scorer for you guys?
I would have to say I'm the one who tends to be the one picking up the objective and running the device. Mainly because I'm an objective player, and a lot of my team members like Matt Trons and Colin Overhaul, they are the slayers in my team. So they tend to clear it my way, and so that I could capture the zone.
So the boys are allergic to the objective. Noted. Good to know. Are there anything within the sandbox of BO7, any new tacticals or anything fun you would recommend using in the mode?
I would suggest you equip the new Sight Grenade. It activates hallucination of enemies that are not there. And so when they shoot them, they just burst in red mist. It's fantastic.
So if I get hit by a sight grenade, I will hallucinate, see things that aren't really there.
Yes.
But I can engage with them. And my teammates just think I'm going crazy and shooting walls.
Yes, correct.
That's how I know I'm in trouble. This sounds so much fun. I cannot wait to get my hands on it. And we get to play this in the beta as well.
Yeah, and we can't wait to see y'all in the beta.
Thanks, Joanna. Back to you guys at Next.
and you can play Overload in the beta. Pre-order Black Ops 7 or
Bueno,
subscribe to select Game Pass plans and get early access to the Black Ops 7 beta starting in just 2 days on October 2nd. Plus, don't forget to jump into the beta on day 2 of early access to experience a taste of zombies with survival. Preload the beta starting tomorrow. And remember, when you play the upcoming Black Ops 7 beta, you can earn all the new rewards in-game, usable in the beta and in Black Ops 7 at launch. If you plan on playing the Black Ops 7 beta on PC, you must have Secure Boot and TPM 2.0 enabled to get in on the action. This is part of an ongoing effort by Team Ricochet to make sure Call of Duty players have the most secure and competitive play. Check out the QR code for more information on how to make sure your machine is compliant. Now let's check out some Overload.
Ah, vale, sí, lo del
To see some overload. I know all of us are itching to see if there's going to be a competitive future in this brand new mode. Some historical nostalgia, kind of maybe leaning on some previous game modes, but something that is so dramatically unique. And with the new mode comes another new map. Let's open up and find our way into the Australian desert of exposure to check out Overload.
Impresionante.
The first half of the game that we're about to see here, Dream Crazy. What are we looking at?
This map looks wild from a standpoint,
El
but
despliegue de
you really do
Juan,
have the ability to work to the sides. We have a suspended guild crate which allows jumping
Porque
across
deduzco que está
ladders
jugando
to gain higher
con
vantage
programas
points.
de
And then
programadores,
this
ya
like
que
indoor
veo doble
control
FPS.
room, which kind of
Uno
like
arriba que
acts as
está
a
para
node
streaming y
for
otro abajo para estar para
enclosed
el
areas,
juego o
good for
viceversa.
holding exits and entrances.
Absolutely the case. Again, some of the keys as we see Simp's team run away with an 8-1 victory. Here are the things that we just need to point to. You saw it in the opening video. The key is to get to 8 total points overall. That gets you a net win. But I think for those that are thinking more on the competitive structure, really the mode is set up into be 2 different halves. You can get 4 points in a particular half. That immediately ends the half and you switch sides so that way you're not just sitting on one side of the map the entire time.
Exactly. It makes it a little bit more fair that way, you know, switching the sides. And then, of course, should we get there overtime, right? We'll talk about that there later.
We will talk about that later. But that was just a small look at exposure. We also have another new map for you to get a little bit more of a deep dive on, and that is Imprint. And this is really fun, and I didn't actually realize this until Brittany was talking about it. As you run through some of the snow parts of the map, you actually leave footprints behind. So not only is this a 3D printing-based facility, but Imprint also lends towards that other new mechanic of being able to see some of those snow footprints as you walk through.
Now I gotta ask her, do we hear the crunching? You know, does it really get that realistic? But that's something we've heard before. Hopping here on Imprint.
Wow,
this is also another one
one
with an inner facility, right? You got a lot of these fights in the center part of the map, and then also those hazardous drops around the map, but also an inclinator that lifts and control, lifts people up in those upper zones, snow zones.
Indeed the case. And this is also an overload mode that we're seeing at the moment. And another thing to point to, that overload device has 3 different spawn points, and you heard Joanna talk about it per map. They're set locations. But where it spawns may determine what exactly your setup and strategy is going to look like as you try to score, whether that be at the A or the B point. So really interesting dynamicism being brought into this new game mode that I think, again, fuels that competitive spirit that we're all looking for.
Yeah, indeed. And some of the spawn points and the fact that, again, that it does rotate around the map, it really kind of just allows you to set things up here. But an extra shout out here to Monster Energy, Unleash the Beast. Head to callofduty.com, callofduty.monsterenergy.com, to see how you can earn bonus.
Van a activar ya los drops
I am a Monster fan, and I've been picking up that no sugar white monster, and yep, there are still beta rewards being pushed onto those cans, so make sure you get you some immediately. Another one of those spots, again, that overload device. Some of you might be wondering, what happens if you fall off the map with the device? Well, there's no like cheese in terms of precision. It'll just pop right back up to where you fell off the map. So you have that stall tactic that could sometimes be used to give yourself a bit of a competitive advantage if you find yourself up like Steph's team currently is.
Yeah, some of the players had a little play test of that and trying to throw it off the map and realize, okay, we can't get set up on reset. We have to play from this awkward position. So that really does force some of these players to, really rethink their strategies.
Absolutely the case. So again, keep your eye on it as that overload device. We also noticed that as You either capture it or have it in possession, rather I should say,
Un
or if
segundo
the
chat,
enemy
ahí
does,
va.
an outline will reveal
Aquí.
your position.
Ahora.
So it's something, again, to kind
Ahí,
of
ahí
keep in
mejor.
mind in terms of what am I actually doing? Where am I going? How's my team setting up around me? That level of intel gathering is constantly there as you're playing off of the objective. So that's not unfamiliar, I think, for a lot of modes in the past that are possession-based objectives. So something to keep in mind as you experiment with this new competitive mode. You also see where exactly that next spawn point is going to be for the OBJ. So again, just things to kind of keep in mind as you play. And as you continue to look further in towards the beta, make sure you shout out and take a look at Polaris, the official Call of Duty off-road vehicle partner.
Now, kind of you see Stephanie here. They did have a 5-0 lead, and that red team just kind of inching their way back in, as you can see, because with these minute left here, kind of just seeing how much time that we have before the sides are switched, or if should that need to happen. If we didn't already, I know we're kind of jumping into these games that they have started, but you can kind of see there does create an opportunity for teams to come back. Plus, with that Omni movement and utilizing it, how quickly they can get around.
And you also see just on the UI right here, Stephanie's able to find out this two-piece. That yellow outline revealing that, yep, she is indeed being hunted out.
Sabía que
The golden time sure can. And
Cómo se la ha liado.
go the way of Stephanie for a 6-2 edge in this
Me gusta
particular
el
game.
movimiento.
Overload is looking solid. I'm loving it. Xfinity, if you are a partner or at least using them as a provider,
Mantiene la
Xfinity customers can get early access to
vertical
the
Black
Black
Ops
Ops
7.
7 open beta. Let me say that again for those that may not have heard me. If you have Xfinity, you get early access to Black Ops 7. Make sure you go and sign up though at xfinity.com/rewards.
Pointing out some of the extra perks, streaks, equipment that we're seeing in the game here. We do see
No sé si es porque aún no están acostumbrados o algo, pero no veo mucho usar el nuevo movimiento, el salto.
Being able to disrupt some of those plays, those push plays with the device.
What are you thinking? Just quickly.
I just want to play.
I hear you. I'm right there with you. Our players are continuing to jump on in, but when we come back, we'll be talking more about camos and more beyond. So don't go anywhere. Call of Duty Next returns after this.
AMD, the official CPU and GPU partner of Black Ops 7. Share the wins. Elgato, the official streaming partner of Call of Duty. Herman Miller. Check out the latest Embody gaming colorways at hermanmiller.com/gaming. Xfinity customers get early access to the Black Ops 7 open beta. Visit.
¿Cómo está? What? Dame un segundo, chat. Voy a ver qué ha pasado. El navegador no soportó. Ahí está. Ok. Ya está, no pasa nada.
Literal drip. Molten camo. Molten gold, that looks so good. Moonstone as well, this is awesome.
Might be one of my favorites in the game. Moonstone.
Segundo.
The Treyarch weapons team has really pulled out all the stops with these mastery camos in BO7.
Chroma Flux. I'm loving the sort of star details on the handguard as well. There's so much going on.
Guns look incredible. And of course, obviously for all this stuff, like global progression, works across every single mode for the first time. So you can earn this and still be leveling up 1 to 55. It is huge.
I had to first look at the co-op campaign mastery camos, but we got to look at the multiplayer ones as well. I mean, I'm going to be playing all of these now. A wonderful time to be a COD player, but these are some of the multiplayer camos that we can be unlocking. Lawrence, Shattered Gold, talk to me.
Yeah, the 16 all new mastery camos. Here are the MP ones: Shattered Gold, Arclight. I don't know if we've ever had a shinier diamond.
This
in
one got
Call
a lot
Duty.
of cheers in the creator room.
Yeah, it did. That's a real like Black Ops 7 vibe for me.
So much creativity from the team to be able to pull these off.
This one's one of my favorites. I feel like this one's going to be slept on, but I'm saying it.
Tempest.
Oh dear, this is great. And I love that you picked a great weapon with a lot of surface area to show off the skin.
Yeah.
It's very cool as well.
The drum mag.
And yeah, rounding it out with Singularity, our final multiplayer mastery camo. In true final mastery fashion, this thing will change when you shoot it. So all 4 of our final masteries across the game have this dynamic nature to them that is just really awesome with automatic weapons and high caliber guns for sure.
That is so fun. That is so cool. Well, Lawrence, there's a lot going on here. There's a lot of camos. There's a lot of rewards. How do I keep track of all of these? Let's say I'm having a big session. I've unlocked a ton of stuff. But I was on, oh no, I spilt a beverage on the table and I looked away. Oh no, what did I unlock? Can I find out that?
Great question, Miles. Yeah, so we have a new feature in the game we call the reward feed. Pop open the reward feed from the menu panel and it's got your history of all of your unlocks right there. So this persists across multiple games, multiple sessions. You can pull it up, see what you unlocked a few days ago,
me mola.
equip content from here, investigate, to dig into challenge screens and things like that, and really going to help players keep track of all this stuff because there's a lot to earn.
That helps a lot. And that was everything from stickers to attachments to weapons.
Everything. And you can equip straight from it. It's great.
Now, Lawrence, Season 1 is coming in hot right after launch, and it sounds like with weekly challenges returning, there's a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, weekly challenges keep the game fresh each week of the season. So the way this works, each week of the season, we're going to have a new piece of gameplay content to unlock for use in your loadouts. This isn't just attachments. We have weapons, we have score streaks in this system. Complete enough challenges and you'll unlock that week's reward with challenges for all 4 modes. So
awesome.
Truly connected game. You can complete these challenges in co-op, multiplayer, zombies, or Warzone. Oh, and did we mention it's got camos? 2 camos.
And score streaks.
And score streaks. All kinds of functional gear.
Animated camo every season available in this system. We also have another camo if you complete half of the weeks in the season. So a lot up for grabs in our weeklies.
I'm looking forward to the final count on how many camos are in this game. It's going to be insane. Of course, we also have to show some love to our Call of Duty esports fan. The World Series of Warzone is live tomorrow at 12 p.m. Pacific, and we also have some really awesome CDL season planned, and with some full
Buenas, bienvenidos.
In just a few short weeks. I can say for now, friends, get ready for the CDL to return in early December. Yale, ranked play is now on the tip of my tongue after talking about the COD League. Where can we get that?
So obviously we're bringing a ton of content at launch, Season 1. Big thing for us is just making sure we have the best ranked experience possible. Ranked play is coming in Season 2. We've already been playing with a bunch of pros. Everyone's getting excited. So much gear. And Lawrence, there's a couple also feature additions to that for people to explore.
A couple things we can mention today. We're bringing back placement matches to get players closer to your rank faster.
Right.
And we know players want surprise camos.
Whoa!
And so we're doing ranked camos each and every season. So get your gold camo, platinum above.
Gotta have bragging rights. It's key.
So ranked play coming to multiplayer in Season 2. Now, speaking of the live seasons, I've heard it said that Season 1 is going to be the biggest season in Black Ops history in terms of content. Yale, can you confirm?
So we are absolutely bringing it on this game. This is from launch to the end of Season 1. We will have 7 multiplayer maps. 6 of those multiplayer maps are full 6v6.
Goodness.
This is the most we've ever done. You can expect so much of this.
Yeah, and you said too, like a mix of some fan favorites returning from Black Ops 2, but also those brand new maps.
Yep.
And if I'm hearing you right, that doesn't even count what we're bringing to zombies in Season 1.
That's right, 3 maps in zombies, so obviously you're going to see some of that here, but in Season 1 we're bringing 3 new maps. 1 round-based zombie map and 2 survival maps.
Zombies.
So
Me
this
interesa.
will be the biggest in franchise history.
Está que aquí estamos mayormente para los
We
zombies.
are wrapping up multiplayer here, but
El playa está bien, pero
there's one Black Ops map. Because you're talking
hay
about
que ver
them,
más
it wouldn't be
making.
a Black Ops game without
Bueno,
it. So yeah,
por
I
algo
ask.
está que se
I
pueda
think some of our
jugar.
fans may have a guess on what this is.
zombies.
Absolutely, Nuketown is coming
Perdón.
back to some of
click.
the love for Black Ops 2.
Nuketown?
It is awesome.
ver.
Nuketown 2025
A ver.
looks incredible.
Ole, ya me he dado el drop.
It's a banger.
The
It always
colors
is.
are popping.
It
Wow.
is super fun, and we are
Se ve
excited for
precioso.
people to get
Es
to
como el
see
Black
this
Ops 2,
shortly
colores,
after launch.
tal.
Yeah.
Bueno, añadir ciertos detallitos. Creo que hay una nueva zona o se ve más alto las casicas del fondo de la zona del patio, como los cobertizos. Entiendo que será por el nuevo movimiento, para no poder pasar por encima o poder colocarse encima, que sería un spot muy fuerte, sobre todo para pillar el counter.
Lawrence Yale, thank you so much. Coming up at next, we are getting a look at Zombies live gameplay on the brand new map, Ashes of the Damned. Stay tuned.
Ahí va la Shadow of the Man. Está casi. Voy a quitar los chats para hacer una reacción al canal. Chat fuera. Las alertas voy a dejarlas de momento. Buenas, Coin Crypto, buenas. Estamos aquí mirando un poquito de Codnex.
Scuff Gaming, the official controller partner of Call of Duty. Hamilton, equipped for precision. Hamilton and Call of Duty team up for a special edition Khaki Field Auto Watch.
Ya lo voy a dejar abajo.
Get yours on November 14th. Customize your typing. Drop the official keycap.
Sí, ya está llegando las hate.
Unleash the beast with Monster Energy, the official energy drink of Call of Duty. You're invited to the Little Caesars Call of Duty Challenge. Open the Little Caesars app, accept and complete the challenge. You might win a copy of the new Call of Duty Black Ops 7. You'll also be entered for a chance to win the grand prize. A trip to
Eso se lo podrán
Activision
disfrutar
Studio
pues prácticamente
with Squad Up with George Kittle
en
in a
YouTube.
1-hour epic Call of Duty battle. Complete the Little Caesars Call of Duty Challenge today.
Misclick.
Welcome back to Call of Duty Next. We are moments away from getting hands on with Black Ops 7
Llegó el
Zombies.
momento, llegó.
Again, a little scary. It is our very own survival map. Look at this.
A ver. Vale. Parece el inicio de Confidencial. O más bien, sí, Confidencial. La sala de los presidentes. ¿Se lo come? ¿Que se va a comer desde atrás? ¿Viste? Que lo tiene atrás, ¿no lo ve? Vale, hasta aquí hemos visto más o menos. Zombies como si fueran Alcatraz, en modo Grid, las pirámides. Vale, ahora lo noto como un poco más lento a los frames, ¿no? Como que el mismo va a ser el mismo vídeo, pero un poco más extenso los frames que habían metido. Ahora empieza el nuevo trailer. Uy, el copyright. Uy, el copyright. Uy, el copyright. Vamos a a mutearlo porque si no luego esto no puede dejarlo en el canal. Sí, ok, hasta aquí hemos visto. Nos están volviendo a poner el mismo trailer, pero ciertas partes un poco más extensas. El dinner. Hay un par de imágenes nuevas. Vuelve el libro se ha visto mucho mejor que antes. Ascension. La nueva perk. El arma nueva. Sí, hasta aquí bien. ¿Qué era eso verde que había atrás? Parecía un PTL. Parecido. Vale, hasta aquí ya. Aquí ya se corta la música. Genial. Oh. El oso y todo eso. Vale, pues hasta aquí bien. Ya tenemos los códigos. Ya tenemos una horica y pico para la beta, así que... Genial. Oh, el fondo. Ese fondo tiene que seguramente ser el fondo que tengamos en el mapa.
From Treyarch, might I say, welcome to the party. Like our old friend Richtofen.
Welcome to the Dark Ether as well.
It's time. But we're talking all about Black Ops 7 zombies, and zombies reveal was massive, Kevin. So let's just start out big picture. How did the team think about building the zombies experience for Black Ops 7?
Yeah, so Ashes of the Dam really just represents what we want to do with zombies this year. Just as we, the player, have been sent into the Dark Ether, this map is a Bermuda Triangle where all of these locations, and it's the biggest round-based zombies map we've ever made. Every single one of these locations has been sent into the Dark Ether in various time periods, and each one has a unique story and atmosphere. And what was so important with this map was kind of looking back at Transit in Black Ops 2.
Right.
And something very unique about that map was bringing real consequence to moving from location to location because you had these extremely dangerous roads between. And so it's a real decision as a squad. You don't want to just go out in those roads. You want to move together.
Yeah.
And so today what the players are going to be playing here is a smaller part of the map. We want to preserve most of the experience for everyone at home on launch day. So what's going to happen is at 30 minutes, we're going to trigger exfil automatically at the next round, and everyone at that point, try to get out alive.
And no main quest.
No main quest
is turned off,
All
so
the
no
quest
spoilers.
stuff is turned off.
No spoilers.
There's still plenty to experience today in this map.
Awesome stuff. And just a taste of the zombies. We've talked a little bit about Ashes of the Damned. Let's take a journey now inside the map. Hopefully our creators are prepared for what's about to come their way. Look at this, once again, descending deeper into this absolute
It's
glorious to look at.
¿Qué es esa animación que veo ahí?
Got some help on the way here.
¿Y la segunda fila izquierda? Ahí creo que se ha visto algo.
Oh, I see the lights already. Here she comes. Oh, it's always the Wunder vehicle to the rescue.
That's old Tessie for
Ahí en
you.
el Tessie. Wow, pantalla 360. Sin esquina.
In the real thing, jump on it. There's a wonder weapon on the top. Oh, it's so much fun.
Yeah, I've been so excited about this map, and I'm so glad it's finally out there. We can talk about it. It's in the hands of our creators. So the live gameplay is kicking off. It's time to hop in. Let's take a look.
Eso creo que es el inicio. Y ya desde cero tenemos el
Where are
coche.
we at? We're seeing somebody.
Vale, habrá que coger los objetos, repararlos. Son varias veces. O... No está el pack todavía, es decir, que se añade todo el turbo y todo después. Porque ya se puede usar. ¡Oh! De locos, como destrozar puertas de madera con la Tessie directamente. Ahí están los zombies nuevos. Uf. Y los hongos nuevos, esos tienen pinta de ser explosivos, como si fueran mina antitanque.
So those are the Ravagers, and you can see that they're little gremlins, and they love being in the fog, and they just took care of Tessie already. They're really good at jumping on and just starting to
Ay, las columnas esas parecen las del Crazy Place. Tienen ese tipo de temática. Claro, esto es dentro del Ether. Ronda 3 y van corriendo, ojo. Ojo los zombies. Me mola ese tipo de dificultad. Según eso es por zonas. Claro, ¿es esta zona niebla? No, está en una zona de la cabaña. Nieve, parecía tarde totem y ahí vamos la cajita. Wow, Dios, la de Origin. No, y nos dejan, me meten otro Tyler. Ah, me acabo de dar cuenta, se puso sobre ese objeto y ahí se mejoró. Me recuerda a la peli, una peli que pasaban por ciertas alcantarillas y se activan los objetos.
Upgrading her. Initially you'll find her, she's a bit slow and disrepair, but the first thing you do is find a familiar bus driver's head in the starting area and install it in the dashboard of Tessie. So now you've got to get a bit of a automated repair and some personality as well. And then from there, you know, I think we'll see a lot of that today is getting the pack-a-punch. You're eventually going to get to Ashwood and find a
Oh,
disrepair
las nuevas, las perks. Los potenciadores nuevos se ven preciosos. Tienen ese brillo, ese reflejo dorado.
Oh my gosh, we're hearing Mama K like she's loving the map right now. She's looking up. What a moody, you know, lighting situation you have throughout.
Yes. There's a lot of atmosphere in this map. It's very creepy. Each space is just very unique.
So what is the name of this location? This is Water Lake. It's
Okay.
this old cabin that's been transported here, just as everything
Ahí
else.
está la
This
zona
is
de
really a
Origins.
Bermuda Triangle type of area, so all manner of
Y también
places
están
from all
los
over can show up here.
voy a decir teleport, no son
And
teleport, son lanzaderas.
It's just cool. The really cool thing too you'll see is there's unique zombies to each area. So there's some lost hikers here, some backpackers and stuff. In Janus, you'll see Janus Tower security and employees there. So it's really cool detail.
Okay, so we're back in Tessie. Steve, what are some of the upgrades? What are some of the other upgrades that you can
See,
make?
the Abomination skin upgrade is one of my favorites. So you're increasing the durability of the vehicle there, which really helps. It actually is chomping through zombies as you're driving through them. The beam attack is super powerful. It just blasts through, cuts through your enemies. It's great. There's also the DG2 turret, which we just saw. Super helpful. You get a player on top of there, help clear the hordes ahead of you. Its electric attack can chain to other enemies. It's really powerful, really awesome.
Kim, this doesn't look like the cabin anymore.
No, so we're back. We're over
Oh,
at
la
Van Dorn Farm.
raigo.
So right off the bat, you can get to go left or right, and this is the other path. And somebody got lucky and got a ray gun at round 6, which is awesome.
And it's skunk, so that can only go one way.
He's a lucky boy.
So this is, you know, lovingly referred to on our team as the murder
Ah, la
barn.
zona de la granja.
Talk to us
Y
a
ahí
little bit
tenemos la
about what's going on
cajita.
here.
So
Ya lo he
the
visto
Van Dorn family,
anteriormente.
they got to the Dark Ether here. They're just a murder family. They're crazy. They took out everybody. You see the bodies hanging here. Some of them are still wriggling around and moving. These zombies can break out. They can break their heads off, jump down and chase after you. So it's just super cool horror vibes in there. It's terrifying. I love it.
So someone just got to Ashwood, and they're upgrading the Tessie with the pack-a-punch here. So they've already got the power up, and Ashwood is kind of our central location. It's this 1800s kind of western town that was just dropped in this place, and it's kind of right on top of this chasm. So if you look up, there's this massive bridge with a generator. It's just a really cool space. A lot of verticality. Combat roll actually is really useful in this place. Just be able be able to jump off that bridge and just roll right over to Tessie at the garage.
You got any augments for that?
Yeah, Flopper.
Oh, Flopper.
Totally supports combat roll.
Hey,
You
no.
got to think about wall jumping as well as rolling now. There's a lot of flopping going on.
Yeah, there is. There's a lot of opportunities for some purple explosions.
But before we get too far on Ashes of the Dan, this is such a big map. I want to throw it back to Treyarch so we can
Aquí
learn
va a
a
haber
little bit more.
muchísima información, muchísimo que analizar.
I'm joined by Anthony, senior lead designer on zombies here at Treyarch. So welcome. How you doing?
Pretty good. How you doing?
I'm very ready. I'm very excited.
Me gusta el tipo de ambientación que han puesto.
Massive round-based zombie
Sí,
map.
súper masivo. Y es que el mapa se ve un montón. El mapa va a ser
It's
enorme.
one of our biggest maps ever. It's around the studio. We like to call it a kind of Bermuda Triangle of these varied locations that have been host to terrible events that have caused them to be pulled into the dark ether.
Bad things happening all over the place, and now they're all in one central location for us to play with. It sounds perfect. Okay, so there are many locations that we're sort of dealing with and we can talk about on this map, but where do we start?
So you'll start outside of Janus Towers, but you're definitely not in West Virginia anymore. This is a dark, ruined version of what we saw at the end of Black Ops 6. The upheaval and destruction around you really drives this home and sets the tone for what's in store. From there, you'll have two choices. One road leads to Van Dorn Farm, the other leads to Blackwater Lake Cabin.
Okay, choose your own adventure. Let's go to farm.
Van Dorn Farm is an homage to Transit Farm ripped straight out of a horror movie. This was the home of a murderous family complete with an underground kill bunker and a barn lined with their unfortunate victims hanging from the rafters.
Extremely spooky. Okay, if we go back, let's head to the cabin. What have we got there?
Yeah, Blackwater Lake Cabin is where a famed horror director drowned his lead actress believing her death would birth the ultimate terror. But as it so happened, the lake had other ideas.
Okay, Anthony, I appreciate you not giving away too
Me
much.
encanta, me
spoiler-free
fascina la invitación, me
territory
deja
here.
sin
What's
sin
beyond the
palabras.
cabin, though?
Regardless of which of these paths you take, you'll end up in the fractured southern Georgia town of Ashwood. And this is the central location of the map.
Gas.
Ashwood was the site of a
Esa
massacre, cracking the
zona la
veil,
hemos
pulling the
visto.
town into the dark ether.
Oh, this is cool. Every location has such a
¿Es un
unique
puente
sort of
destruido
story
con
to it.
gravedad
Yeah,
cero?
there's so much storytelling going on. What does this mean, though, that we are trapped in the dark ether?
This is super exciting because anything goes in the dark ether, and we get to go to some truly incredible places throughout our seasons as a result. We're coming out strong with Ashes of the Dam. We've got a Wonder Vehicle. We've got a moody vibe. And we know that this map will deliver that atmospheric experience that Zombies fans have been asking for.
Anthony, it sounds absolutely brilliant. It looks brilliant. I cannot wait to get my hands on it. Thank you so much, mate. We've got more Zombies gameplay coming up.
Oh, más gameplay.
We sure do, Miles. Guys, a new Zombies map means...
Wow. Me
that
he
we're going
emocionado
to
muy
see some new
pronto.
monsters. We got a little taste, but I mean, what else are we looking out for in the dark ether?
Yeah, so just going back to those Ravagers, you saw them like tearing Tessie apart. They're just little jerks. Any loot that drops, they'll immediately gravitate toward and try to eat. So you
La
wanna,
estética del micrófono es Black Ops 3.
and, you know, they hang out
Pues eran reciclados también, ¿verdad?
the fog rolls in. And that gets really intense when these guys are
Y
all
se le han
coming
puesto,
in,
que han puesto una pegatina y han
farm
puesto
or
siete.
any of these locations.
Speaking of intense,
Más que nada por los colores.
This thing
Por cómo
is
están
massive,
las
it's terrifying,
letras y
It's
eso.
wet and slimy. It has beehives on it that actually can detach, fly at you, and attack you with zombies.
Wow, parecen los...
These also reveal points on it.
Ay, no eran los aliens.
Es... But I mean, this thing is tough. The car
Es una...
can't
Ay,
even
o sea,
smash through it.
los Demogorgon.
This
Que
guy's a
parecen...
terror.
No.
He just harkens back to some of our earlier games where
No, Demogorgon no. Este... Es uno de la...
Is a good way to put it, but also
Del
we
coso
gotta have a moment
de...
for the zombies because
Wow.
you know we love a pun on this.
La serie de...
we just had to do it.
De la anomalía. ¿Cómo se llama? De Primeval. Se parecen un montón a los bichos de esos. Pero que los de Primal eran completamente lisos, no tenían esos pinchos, pero igual eran ciegos. En este caso creo que he visto un par de ojos.
Talking about the original crew with a new look.
That's right. So this is our iconic crew, the original crew, but this is the Dark Ether version. Returning is the original voice cast, so Steve Bloom, Fred Tatasciore, and Nolan North, and we're going to be premiering Nelson Lee as Takeo this game. And so while you might recognize the crew and their personalities, they have different backstories and a different reason why they're here that we're going to discover throughout the year.
Yeah, no spoilers.
No spoilers, super cool. I also see some, more familiar faces. The OG crew won't be facing the Dark Ether alone. Steve, what other characters are joining them?
Well, we have returning from Black Ops 6, Maya, Weaver, Carver, and Gray will be here too. As you've seen in the Reckoning, they mysteriously vanished. They show up here now. They're in the Dark Ether. They're meeting up with the original crew here, and their souls are drained. They're going to have to all work together here to escape, right? So it's really cool that there's 8 operators you can choose from to get really good dialogue all together, all the different combinations. It's amazing.
I feel like narratively that's going to be just so fun because I'm thinking about how incredible some of the lines are. The writing's always on point, and just how they're going to interact together. I'm like,
yeah,
we'll be making some new friends.
Yeah,
Rick
exactly.
Toffin and Gray are both scientists, but very different kinds of
Very
scientists.
different kinds of science.
Awesome. Okay, we're talking about what else players can look forward to, folks. Don't forget that we have the beta starting in just 2 days. Pre-order Black Ops 7 or subscribe to select Game Pass plans and get early access to the Black Ops 7 beta starting on October 2nd. Don't
Pero
forget
que claro,
to
ten
jump
en cuenta que
into
si
the
estamos
beta
viendo
on
esto,
day 2 of Early Access.
promocionarlo
That's when you experience a taste
y ya nos regalan códigos. Un
Preload
poco
the beta
irrelevante.
starting tomorrow. Also, this is a fun one.
Claro, porque en
Gobble Gum
principio ahora es para
Monster
reservarlas
is here,
para...
but only for a limited time. Pre-order now before the Black Ops 7 beta ends and you'll unlock a monstrous amount of
Ok,
Gobble
esto es lo que
Gums. The
el
pack
información que
includes
tenemos de
one of
antes.
every rare, epic and legendary Gobble Gum. That's 9 rares, that's 9 epics, and it is 10 legendaries plus 3
31.
comics. Use them in Black Ops 6 starting
Antes
tomorrow.
de... Recordad,
Yet,
chat,
once you
antes del
pre-order,
8 de
make sure you log
octubre.
into Call of Duty before the end of the open beta on October 8th to claim this pack. Christopher Puckett, you've got some more Gobblegum news, don't you, sir?
Yes, I do, Miles. Look at this thing.
Oh!
We got the Gobblegum mini
Increíble.
replica. It works. It's functioning.
Funciona.
That's right. For all those Call of Duty collector fans
La que hay de la vida de los
out there,
chicles.
now available
También te digo, los otros chicles eran un poco más pequeños que los que están arriba, ¿eh?
On your desk. All fans who grab one of these for their collection will also get a Gobblegum Machine Weapon Charm gift with
Bueno,
the
si alguien quiere bonito
purchase.
pisapapeles, ya
This will
sabéis.
be the perfect
Escanear
shelf
el QR.
companion for your Wunderwaffel that you picked up last year at Next. Amazing
El
stuff
llavero
coming
está
out
más
of our
chido.
crew, and it is more
El
than
llavero está más
just a
bonito.
display piece. This is a working die-cast metal replica standing 12 inches tall. It can be loaded with standard gumballs, adding an interactive touch to your collection. With Black Ops 7 launch around the corner comes a new chapter in the zombies story. The perfect time to grab a new addition to your Call of Duty collection. Only available on shop.callofduty.com while supplies last. And you can win it right now. You got no money? No problem. Head on over to X and post with the hashtags on your screen and you'll be entered to win one of the 3 half-scale collectibles. Or simply use the QR code on your screen. It'll take you directly to the post.
Pero que los zombies.
Now, let's listen in on how our creators are enjoying this massive map.
Ahí va. ¡Oh! ¡Es una caja! No es un libro, es como si fuera una caja. No paran de invitarlo. Ah, pensaba que era... Se parece mucho, ¿no? What the fuck. Bueno, las rarezas. Me gusta mucho el hub. El hub es más futurista, obviamente. Los ciclos no están tan grandes y expandidos. Es bastante transparente. Se te deja ver bastante bien el fondo, igual que el mapa. Sí. Total Crazy Place. Ah, se habrá tirado un chicle de caja potenciada. Obvio.
Okay, we're just coming out of gameplay there, and I have to mention something because we saw one of the first pack camo there on Mama K stream.
Yeah, looks awesome.
Jeez.
One of our best packs I've been in years.
Awesome. Not the first new thing though, but we've seen. Something I don't think we haven't seen just yet though, but it's a brand new perk.
Yes.
Wisp Tea. What is that?
So Wisp Tea is you're trapped here. You need some friends. You need some allies.
La nueva T. El 1, 2.0.
Wisps around, and this perk is all about kind of gaining control of one. And so once you have it, you have an ally. And once you shoot zombies, you'll summon this.
Que no es Minecraft, para que sea una ley.
But then you can augment it.
Pero sí, es como si fuera un alma.
If you want to be a little bit more defensive, you can make it help revive you. If you go down, if you're playing solo, it's a great ally to have. What's really cool about these wisps is when you augment them, they get different masks and different colors. So it's just very, very playful and a lot of fun.
Lots of fun. I'm excited to see those. And you know what else is new? We got a brand new ammo mod coming to Black Ops 7 Zombies at launch. Steve, what are we working with?
We have fireworks returning from Black Ops 3, but wait, it's improved. So now it's gonna proc and home in on enemies with these rockets it's shooting, which it never did before. And there's also some really great augments like you're seeing here. It'll launch multiple ones that spin around, take out anything in the area. It's a really good large area of effect here. Great for this map because there's some.
Oh, y también mata el efecto lateral. Un efecto de área. Pero he visto que es que hay dobles. A lo mejor puede ser un poco spammer. Sí. Desde Colcol, este es buenísimo. Ay, los mata. El otro solo lo reducía. Dependerá también de los cosas que le pongas. De las mejoras. Que dure más, seguramente lo típico. El número de cargas. Que los objetos solo los aniquile.
Whoa. Well, speaking of augments, there's some big news because all of the research that we did in Black Ops 6 on augments with the Black Ops 6 crew, it's coming with us to Black Ops 7, right?
That's right. It's not like you forgot what you did.
Yeah.
And now that we're in here, we're unlocking additional, branches of science.
Yeah, new science.
We're expanding the augments so you can actually earn additional major and minor augment for all content. And you can even unlock a second minor slot.
Oh, hay otra casa.
In total, 192 augments to experiment with And a lot of these are pretty big. Like,
Sí,
game changers for
los
some of the older
cosas que
content.
teníamos.
So, stamina up, you can fire while sprinting. You know, there's a vulture aid augment that automatically applies armor plates to
Ah, ok, entiendo. No es un mod de munición como tal, sino es una mejora de campo. Vale, ahora tiene sentido. Claro, si no se podría spamear como si fuera un mod de munición.
and kind of, you know, re-equip and shoot them.
That is awesome. Oh my gosh, so much choice. We have to be seeing some new stuff. You know, we've seen the trailer, we've seen a hint of what may be a new wonder weapon, gentlemen. Let's take a look at the necrofluid gauntlet. Steve, what the hell is this?
Ahí está la norma arma.
Great question. Yeah.
Como unos balbanucos, se ponen como encima del este. ¿Es la animación o pasa eso realmente cuando llegamos a ciertas zonas y tenemos que hacer algo con el arma? Porque parece que está viva.
But it also harnesses this black viscous liquid here that you can manipulate, so you can fire that out. It goes through enemies. You can recall that back as you're doing that. It'll actually also pull in items, power-ups, and damage enemies on the way. But it also refills the ammo into the weapon, which is completely amazing, right? It's really fun.
It's like, if you manage it well, you're never going to run out of ammo.
Exactly.
That is awesome. That is really cool.
Interesting. Well, maybe we'll find out where it came from or how it got there. I'm excited to use it either way. But in addition to round-based zombies, we're also bringing survival maps back from Black Ops 2. So last week we went to Treyarch to learn about what's headed to survival.
Anthony, welcome back. Let's talk about survival maps. We mentioned Van Dorn Farm earlier, and this is the first survival map coming to the game, and it's the first time Treyarch is bringing survival to zombies since Black Ops 2.
Yeah, that's right. Van Dorn Farms from Ashes to Dam will be our first survival map of many. This focused area of the full map is all about staying alive with what you've got. No main quest, no frills. You'll be able to play it during the beta, and you can expect more survival locations based on our round-based maps coming post-launch.
Wow, okay, cool. So confirming we will get more of these post-launch. That sounds like the perfect option for people who want to warm up and maybe vibe with friends before jumping into the main event again.
Yeah, exactly. And while survival isn't as forgiving as directed mode, which is also returning, it's still a quick and easy way to jump straight into some zombies action. Of course, we'll still have our standard mode, and we're adding a new curse mode that'll make zombies even deeper and more challenging for our hardcore players. Sprinkle in some Dead Ops Arcade 4 on top of that, and we'll just have a huge experience for our players.
It sounds like a lot to play. We cannot wait. Anthony, thank you so much. Back to the show. Plenty to digest there.
It's so much to digest, Miles. It was a true pleasure getting to sit down with Anthony to talk about survival maps. Steve, what is the team most excited about? There's so much that you've put into this, but what's top of the list?
The survival maps, it's awesome because you can just jump right in there and play. There's the pack-a-punch is there, the Wonder Fizz is there. You got everything you need to survive. There's no quest, so you can just have a really great experience and just enjoy it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's just very much like Liberty Falls from Black Ops 6. Like, there's some nights where you don't want to think too hard.
Yeah.
Oh, doble tiro.
You just want to try to get to high rounds, and this is what the mode is all about.
Fuera de
What's
campo.
interesting is it's, you know, not a
En
lot
plan,
of work
escudo y todo eso. Oh, vale, se ve el mapa. Vale, ahí, y uf, el frame, los frames van a ser muy valiosos.
It looks really intense. I just love what I heard quickly there from Noah J. He has the fireworks equipped. He straight away was like, wow, these are so pretty.
And it looks amazing in the map, right? The dark map with the fireworks. Love
¿Hay más mejoras de campo? ¿O es mi idea? Ese no me suena. ¿Color amarillo? Será la de... Ahí se ve el mapa. Es un punto central y 4 0 al lado. Son 5. Había otro más abajo, 6. Dice que había 2 más. Pero claro, no sé si los caminos son únicos o en plan... Sería muy hardcore que fuera un campo abierto. Estilo Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. ¿Se acaba de transportar dentro del vehículo?
That new round-based map coming in season 1 is, I think, one of my
No, no
favorites.
creo.
I was hoping you would say that because I'm very excited.
Vale, no, solo como zonas pequeñas, pero no veo mucha niebla. No es esa típica niebla que no se ve nada.
So metal.
Ahí está la niebla que me refería. No se ve, pero cuando estás dentro de una zona, cuando estás dentro de la niebla, tiene una mejor visión y eso la verdad lo agradezco mucho.
Yeah, so last game we introduced directed mode for more, more casual experience for fans to experience the story. This year, Curse mode is all about engaging our most hardcore players that are seeking challenge, and it just immediately, we're not going to tell you how to unlock this on day one, but I'm sure our audience will find it very fast. And as soon as you get into Curse mode, you're going to immediately feel the difference. We're bringing back the classic point system, which is more complex, but you're going to need that because this is going to get a lot harder. You're only going to start with a pistol and no mini-map. And so the whole idea of this mode is it's about discovery. And you're trying
Esta es
to
la
find
zona
these
de
relics within the mode.
del que se supone que iba a ser como Buriet.
They apply additional difficulty modifiers to the mode, so you can actually disable things like ammo
Iba a estar
crates
ambientada
or
en
limit
Buriet.
yourself to 4 perks within a match. You start to
Ahí
tier
está.
up.
Vale, hay Pokémon ahí y activarlos para poner los aumentos. Y ahí está el Pack-a-Punch. Vale, lo típico, que te den los primeros guías, aunque no sea dirigido, te marca cómo por lo menos activar el Pack-a-Punch y puedas luego subir un poco de más de rondas. Eso para los nuevos jugadores de zombies está muy bien pensado.
Can I complete the main quest in Cursed at launch?
Absolutely. The mode is all
Ahora estamos esperando que se vean las mejoras del Pack-a-Punch, pero no creo que lo ponga. Ahí va a mejorar uno.
Oh my god, there's a lot to play here.
Is this the garage in Ashwood?
That was.
Okay.
That was the garage in
So
Ashwood.
what are we doing there? Is that kind of like Tessie's spot?
That's the main place you're gonna upgrade Tessie. It's got a way to warp Tessie back to there. If she breaks down, you want to brave the fog, just get there, pay the price, Tessie will be there. Tessie auto regenerates there. You can also actually pay to warp into Tessie there. So if your friends have Tessie on the other side of the map, for a small fee, you can be there with them.
That's cool. I mean, it seems so. It's a big map. There's lots to do, lots to traverse. It's really nice that we've got different options to get back in the action quickly. And if Tessie goes down, God forbid.
You also have jump pads in the level. So as you're driving through and unlocking these new destinations, there's alternate
Ahí
ways.
está otra pirámide, junto a la casilla destrozada que hemos visto en el tráiler.
Alright, I've heard there are some juicy new zombies mastery camos coming to Black Ops 7. Kevin, let's take a look at what we got.
Mala zona para tumbarlo.
So first up, we've got Golden Dragon, which is very scaly and very shiny.
That's cool. Very beautiful.
Sí.
Looking great
Bloodstone. Los reflejos.
Incredible looking. Doomsteel, I think this is my
Sí,
favorite.
sí, normal, que es tu favorito. O sea, el engranaje, la especie verde.
And then our final camo is Infestation, which I think just looks incredible, and it very much ties in with our Necrofluid gauntlet.
Sí, parece si lo hubiera embastado Venom. XBB.
And I would agree.
In the best way possible.
In like the best zombies way possible, but
Our players are getting sort of a little towards the end of their allotted time here on Ashes of the Damned. I mean, is there any other sort of fun things that you guys are allowed to share? And still,
I mean, this.
I would like some more tips about the fog, right?
The fog sounds horrible.
The fog actually does have some investigation there. There is gameplay to uncover. I mean, right now we don't have quests and things and side quests on, but you're gonna want to explore there, but you have to be prepared to really fight, right? Have the silver vibe maybe, right? Have some perks with you. Have your gun upgraded, because it's a challenge, right?
So yeah, explore the fog at your own risk, but
Yes.
there are some potentially some rewards.
It's your own peril. Yep,
Yeah,
exactly.
Oh my god.
There's Ursa.
And there's an effect on your screen when Xerxes hits you. It's like a scratch mark.
Yeah.
The bleed effect. Yeah.
That'll actually shut down your auto healing.
Oh.
So it gets really scary if you get swiped like that.
Está jugando solo, ¿eh? Y ya está la ronda 21. ¡El oso!
Just keep running.
Sí, claro, tiene que... Ahí. ¿Es el camuflaje nivel 2? Ok. No esperaba menos de Noah.
Yeah, Xerxes will home in on you. I don't realize how big Xerxes is compared to your player. That's also terrifying. Not to mention the sort of B, like, ranged attack as well. That's intense.
Vale, le ha quitado las colmenas para que no le ataquen las... Y ni... La este ni lo reneticen, era algo predecible.
Smelly. I can smell it from here.
Oh. Ok. Voy a por ahí la cadena de colmena y va quitando ciertos puntos. Me mola. Me mola. Bueno, me mola que la barra sea un poco más como fraccionada. Aunque al fin y al cabo, pues simplemente pues, al menos. Igual ponen los PH. Cotizan 250. No sé si por las mejoras de campo han hecho alguna modificación. Eso, 50 de vida extra.
There's one of the, that was one of the jump pads?
No, that was just a rappel line, or a zip line up.
Ah, es que son 150 de base. Ah, y luego la perk te suma 100 más. Vale, le han subido un poco más la vida a los personajes. Con respecto a al
we
video
know
Black
that
6.
the rounds are coming to a close here for our creators, and that this is about exfil. So how is exfil going to work in this game? What can you tell us?
For the first time in this game, you can actually do a solo exfil. So you'll see these yellow phone booths around the map at all the areas. You'll hear the phone ringing. If you answer it, you can choose to exfil. So now your teammates can vote to opt into that if they'd like to. And then they can warp to that exfil location. Then you're gonna have to face the Zursa. You're in a confined space here. It's a do or die situation, right?
Lo de tener el pack punch en todos lados está rotísimo.
Thank you. Yes.
It's like the Mama Zursa.
But your other friends, even if they didn't opt to exfil, they can actually jump in there and help you out if they want to be, But that's at their risk. They could go down or something can happen. But once you're successfully out, they can continue playing without you. Yeah. It's really cool.
Sí, el primera mejora de Pack Punch sigue costando lo mismo. No ha habido ninguna variación.
I love that they kind of calculated risk if they're helping you and they do go down, but at the same time, like, they might just leave you and be like, good luck.
Yeah,
you take the HVTs or on your own.
Yeah. We also simplified it this year. It's very clear. It's just kill that HVT and get out. It's not like kill 50 zombies and it's just kill that and you're good.
Otra zona.
So what, is there any rules? I mean, if it's brown, lay down. If it's undead, go for the head. Is there a...
Go for the weak spot.
Go for the weak spot. Hope your weapon is pack a punch. Okay. Oh, the gameplay looks fantastic. And of course, folks, for the very first time ever, we have zombie survival in the beta. And this was just a little taste, a little succulent enjoyment moment of that zombies experience.
Yeah. So survival's all about these smaller maps and just focused on exactly that, surviving. And in the beta, we're gonna give you so many gums because we want you to just experiment, especially some of the new gums. And this is the first time zombies in the beta. This is incredible.
Yeah.
It gives us an opportunity to react to players' feedback and just see like how what happens in high rounds and how we need to react. So.
Claro, la primera vez que tenemos zombies en la beta. Y es lo mejor que han podido hacer. La situación en la que está ahora mismo la comunidad de COD. Mr. Pickett. El granero. ¿Se podrá acceder a ese granero? Oh. Están los cuatro. ¿Más? No parece la cinemática de World of Warcraft. Es más como un guiño. Ahí está, Stamina Up. Oh, van a mostrar de dos arcade, iba a decir. Sí, de arcade 4, iba a decir de 4 por arcade 4.
To create this massive experience, and this time around it's 80 levels, it's packed with all sorts of secrets to discover. It starts out top down, but there's ways that you can go first person, there's some side scrolling, and for the first time you're actually going to be able to share like global progression, so you're going to be able to still like rank up while playing this.
Earn XP.
And what's really cool is that you can use gobblegums in this mode as well. And what we've done is remapped a lot of the gums to behave differently. So it gives like new use to some of the gums you may not like to use in standard round-based zombies.
Awesome.
It's like you might find a good way to use them here. So.
Awesome. That's really cool. Well, I mean, there's so much content. But that is not all, folks. I mean, we do also have a cabinet, Dead Ops 4.
I was about to say, I watched Miles get smoked in Dead Ops Arcade last night in real life. Kevin and I were eating pizza in the background, cheering him on here in the DOA.
Check it out. This is a custom Dead Ops Arcade for PC by Origin and AMD. It's so cool.
it's just, I mean, I got a short taste of this last night. Again, yeah, you were both enjoying dinner, but it was really cool.
I couldn't go that far.
It was so much fun. I mean, it's the first time that I've experienced Dead Ups Arcade. You know, I'm relatively new to the zombies world. And this was
Bien, bien.
That was our
Ñaa, retísimo ese. Son 4 pegatinas, pero se ve increíble.
PC by Origin and AMD. You can get your hands on this by entering the sweepstakes on the official Call of Duty X account and using the hashtag CODNEXT and hashtag AMDXBO7 sweepstakes. That is awesome, and the game is pretty cool too.
Sí, pero luego pregúntate si estarán jugando en verdad en PCs con AMD.
Shout out to AMD on this one. AMD is the official CPU and GPU partner of Black Ops 7.
Kevin, Steve, thank you so much for being here. We're all going to be grouping up together to play Survival in the beta. I can't wait.
Yeah.
It's going to be great, guys. Up next, we are diving into what's new in Warzone, including a brand new Resurgence map. Stay tuned.
Vale, no deja más escena. Otra vez está el oso. Pero ronda de 16. Vale, zombie especial de ronda. 16 y la 20 cada 4 rondas, ¿puede ser? ¿O 21 cada 5 rondas?
Every game on a big screen TCL QD Mini LED TV with 144 Hz native refresh rate and AMD FreeSync Premium Pro. TCL, the official TV, Call of Duty.
Ok.
Experience the world of Call of Duty with Corsair.
Vale, bueno, sí. Yo creo que esto de habrá que suprimirlo.
Operators, get ready to ride the special edition Polaris Razor Pro R and Sportsman XP 1000 vehicles, dropping soon into Call of Duty Warzone. You're invited to the Little Caesars Call of Duty Challenge. Open the Little
Vale,
Caesars app
parece publicitario, pero...
and complete the challenge. You might win a copy of the new Call of Duty Black Ops 7. You'll also be entered for a chance to win the grand prize.
¿Y el más gameplay? ¿Ya está? ¿Hasta aquí la información? Pues, estoy quejando, pero es que han dado mucho contenido para analizar. Sí, más merch, todo eso. Sí, tipo militar. Está chido. Bueno, ya estuvo por aquí la zona de zombies. Pues bueno, chat, echadnos vídeos de YouTube, reacción, nos veremos en otro directo. Y el resto del chat, quédense, que continuaremos mirando el Hotnext. Y a continuación jugaremos a Black Ops 4.
I know many of us are curious about movement, so there's a lot to talk about today.
Well, live gameplay is coming right up. But first, we want to welcome in Matt Christek, the creative director at High Moon Studios. So, welcome to the Omni Room.
Oh, yeah, thank you for having me today. Excited to be here.
I know, no, we're getting into it. We're good. We're about to get going. But Matt, High Moon has been involved in Call of Duty for a long time. You guys have been making awesome content for campaign, zombies, Warzone. What's it like for the studio to be bringing this new map to life?
Pues la campaña no lo he visto,
experiences and bring them to life.
Pero
We've
bueno.
been on Call of Duty for a long time, but these are massive projects, right? So, we can't do any of this stuff without our partner studios. So I just want to give a shout out to, our friends at Raven and Beanox. We really couldn't do this without them, but I think we're set up for a great start, for Warzone this year.
It's going to be an incredible year. Big shouts to the team.
Well, what are we waiting for, folks? It's now time to literally drop in. Here's the first ever look at Haven's Hollow. Not only are we dropping in, we've also got a tag back.
Yeah, so
Bueno, sí, típico. Estuvieron cayendo.
That is for people in the room. That must be awesome.
I will say these animations have been on point in the room. I love seeing them on camera.
Oh, we've made it. Awesome. Here we are, the first look at Haven's Hollow, our very own tag map.
Yeah, so I mean, you can see like the theme for this. We're inspired by like a late summer, kind of early fall setting in the heart of the Appalachia kind of area. We've got this really small town Americana vibe. There's 9 unique points of interest. You know, there's a little bit of contrast between some of the older rustic elements and a couple newer modern ones. But you're also going to see 2 that are maybe a little familiar. Right? We've got the Main Street, which has some elements from Liberty Falls, and we've got the mansion from Shattered Vale. Both have been pretty popular with players.
Yeah, and the colors have been popping on this map. I can't wait to see it in gameplay. But of course, one of our most popular maps in Call of Duty, Zombies with Liberty Falls. I'm really excited to see the team bring a new experience there. What made you guys want to revisit?
Yeah, I mean, people loved Liberty Falls so much. Like, we really liked that setting. We thought we could do more with it. We really wanted to expand on it. And this is also a place that we've never used in Warzone. So it's kind of a new experience for everyone there.
New setting?
It looks amazing, like a pre-outbreak. It's all clean and nice.
Yeah,
Again,
pre-outbreak.
until we show up. Well, all right, let's take a closer look now at Haven's Hollow.
Yeah, so here you can see our Main Street, right? It's got the biggest collection of like the building interiors.
Nice and clean, which
It's-
I love. Player, I know you guys have said player visibility.
Yeah, that's a
top
big
of
focus
mind.
for us. Lighting, you know, player visibility.
I think we're going to talk more about Riverboat here in a second, because that might be Matt's favorite.
Yeah, it's a good hot drop.
This is like a cool, again, super fun close quarters engagements here, but we still have some nice lines of sight.
Yeah. We've got the lumber mill here. It's got this big industrial interior floor, kind of cool playable elements all over the rooftop. Lots of ways to kind of like sneak in through the upper sections. The coal depot, this is kind of at the crossroads of a few POIs.
Interesting.
This is the most modern of the new POIs that we have here, the research center. It's got a pretty risky buy station in like the central courtyard in the middle of it.
Awesome. This looks like it could be quite a fun loot area as well.
Yeah.
Yep, and obviously here we've got the mansion, which we've kind of taken a new pass on and reimagined for Warzone.
My guy, the Z-Rex.
Z-Rex, there's a new ascender in here that goes through the big skylight up to the rooftop.
Cool.
The ponds, you don't try to pull your chute here because you're just going to break your ankles because
Yeah,
it is shallow
it's only
water.
ankle deep water,
Only ankle
folks.
deep,
Yeah,
we're trying to have a little minimal water gameplay in this map. And the train station on the outskirts, this is a good place to kind of regain.
Yeah, I love the looks here. I know the call outs are going to be great. And so, Matt, from a size perspective, what can you tell us about Haven's Hollow, you know, relative to other Resurgence maps?
Yeah, so it's definitely smaller than Fortune's Keep and just a little bit larger than Rebirth.
All right.
Matt, we talked a little bit about some favorite spots, but have you got any tips or any hot spots you like?
Yeah, I mean, I really like the riverboat. It's called Haven's Gamble. It's kind of a tight, multi-level space, really good for grabbing loot. It's got an easy buy station that you can access up on the top. It's also pretty cool. You don't have to worry about getting sniped in the back from someone across the river. But there are a lot of ways that people can sneak on there. There's lots of zip lines and ladders and lots of risky routes that people can take to kind of flank you.
That sounds awesome, man.
We're about to find out what the hot drop is.
Right, well this is it, folks. It is now time for the action. It's the gameplay premiere of the brand new Call of Duty Warzone Resurgence.
Bueno, sí.
Coming to season
Yo
1
creo
later
que
this year. Haven's
vamos a
Hollow,
dejarlo por
Dream
aquí,
Crazy,
chat.
I hold
Y
shit,
nos
let's
vemos
do
más
it.
tarde
Do it indeed. Two rooms full of
jugando
creators
a...
hunting for that illustrious
Bueno,
first
vamos
ever Haven Hollow win.
a dejarlo un ratico más. Con los que quieran terminar de agarrar los drops.
And with the drop, it's not just time for us to drop
Y
in for the first time.
ya está, porque
It's
se ve que está
also
fallando un
time
poco, así que vamos a darle 10 minutitos más, por ejemplo,
Dream Crazy, this is fun, 'cause
para que
starting
puedan
right now, our creators
bajarse
are
bien los
trying to
drops.
complete these 9 challenges while being in the middle of Warzone. And with these 9 challenges come 9 different opportunities for you at home to win a 77-inch TCL QD LED monitor. Which are you looking forward to here, Dream Crazy?
Already, I'm looking at the vehicle eliminations, how fun those are. Also, the combats elimination. You gotta love to see a good lethal, maybe cross map with some of those. But these are exciting, Shift.
And here's another look at what exactly they are playing for, and for you at home to possibly be walking away with a 27-inch monitor. You can enter by posting on X, including the hashtags that are listed there below. Make sure you also snap a shot at that QR code. But the TCL Power Hour starts now as we're dropping into our first look at Haven's Hollow.
Vale, ahí veo un poco de mapa.
You talk about Resurgence, you talk about your ability to try to get high eliminations, but at the same time, valuing the
El
timer.
pana parece que está jugando desde casa.
And just again, look at the map. It's just the colors, just absolutely vibrant in this late summer, early fall setting. Not to mention what the
Los
actual
colores, sí, por zonas quizás sean más otoñales.
And Research Center being one that has a buy station right in the middle of the, research, obviously the center. And yeah, quickly the name of the game is get your loot, get your cash, and be able to get picks early as teams are landing in late. Adrian, easy pickets for him.
Yeah, looking like get nice little MXR out of the initial ground loot. And he's feeling like it's time to find one of his first kills. Help is starting to come back through, though. Decent turn, but
El time to kill de Warzone es mucho más extenso que en el actual.
For that first win. Nothing more important in COD Next than being able to boast that you got the first ever win on Haven's Hollow.
One of the things that the dev team highlighted is just the fact that you do have multiple levels, multiple layers where you can regain. So just being able to find a regain spot after, going down early is challenging. But look at Symphony. He's already on 8 kills right now, making it look pretty easy. The MXR-17.
A ver cómo afecta en el rendimiento del videojuego que esté todos los drops en el suelo. Es que abrirlo y que te lo dropee. Ya que no tendrá que cargar el servidor y todo lo que haya en el suelo. Y si está precargado antes de bajar la partida puede mejorar el rendimiento. Porque claro, no es generativo, como estoy viendo. Bueno, actualmente también hay algo de drop así. O no, espérate.
Head on over, get yourself ready to go, get yourself preloaded, ready to drop in on October 2nd.
Symphony just finding picks and being able to pick out other enemies' loadouts here. He finds himself finding an
creo que actualmente solo son drops de
gun
caja.
that we've been seeing here all day be very, very powerful, as well as that Drevik in hand. So hopping on board with Aiden now, kind of just working away outside the perimeter of zone, rotating in from the Warzone gods. Though this is pretty comfortable. They know exactly what to do. Pick up your UAVs, find information, and continuing on rotating in on the side of the barns here. They are doing just that.
Sí, aparentemente así con las marquitas de la máscara de gas parece que durará más. Que casi que prefiero las verticales. Bueno, aunque quizá a la hora de verlo es más intuitivo de verlo de izquierda a derecha que de arriba a abajo.
Man, continuing on to melee weapon out, running faster here. Maybe we'll see some of those TCL power hour stuff coming in.
Sigo sin ver que usen el nuevo movimiento. Ahí podría hacer perfectamente el nuevo movimiento para, en vez de pasar por abajo, pasar por arriba.
Top 3 for these guys. Who are going to be our winners for Haven's Hollow?
Well, they've got all 3 members left. 7 total players still alive in this lobby. And yes, we are going esports mode with this commentary. This is what we want to see. First ever Haven's Hollow win.
La consideración que tiene el jugador de Warzone no es ni medio normal.
Shut down one team, just one more player to find their looking. Good for it, it's calm, it's casual. And we're taking body shields. Looking to finalize the elimination. That'll be good for power hour box.
GG.
And there it is. Aiden and Co. Your Warzone victory on Haven's Hollow.
Lighten it up to around the main street. I think that was one of the hot spots we had talked about here at Haven's Hollow, but Shift, taking first looks at it, it is beautiful, it is bright. I feel like visually you can literally see everything.
And that's the key, I think a lot of players, when you look at kind of the history of where Call of Duty has been in the last couple of the titles, there's always a question of what's the visibility going to look like in kind of more, generic settings where we talk about like things that are in modern times, or most recently for Black Ops 6 going back to the 90s, a very gritty, very grungy game. This one feels very vibrant, very different, very fresh. And I think players are really going to enjoy that, not just across what we saw in multiplayer, but we also saw it in zombies, and now we're seeing it specifically in Warzone. If you want to get the full spectrum and make sure that you're looking at high quality, make sure you check out AMD, the official CPU and GPU partner of Black Ops 7 and Call of Duty Next.
A lot of the players were saying that too, like this is just a beautiful blend, it feels like, of like all games. You get a little bit of Black Ops 2, you get a little bit of Black Ops 3, you get Black Ops 4 elements, even some kind of IW elements in it. It's just like a blend of all Call of Duty, it almost feels like, but it's very fluid, and you can still see that fluidity continuing on here in Warzone.
Well, we'll head over to Scump Shotzi Methods.
Si no me equivoco, chat, aún queda por revelar detalles sobre la campaña.
Resurgence at this point. If you're
¿Cierto?
familiar with the mode, you eventually do not get that immediate rebirth back in. Oh, and a little bit of trouble here working their way back into zone, trying to play the slow side of the circle, see if they can find a way to come through as... How about this? Leonard Fournette finds himself teamed up with the majority of Team Falcon, Soka, and Shifty in the mix with him, trying to carry him to a win.
Peacekeeper in hand too, being able to take down Scump. Oh, Scump did slide away, but still does get pinched by Shifty there. And there's the habit. Leonard, Hisoka, and Shifty also win this other game here of Haven's Hollow, displaying it and winning it around the chapel side. You love to hear. Happy cheers. All right, he's feeling himself.
That's the Falcons energy right there, though.
Yeah.
That's the Falcons energy right there. Leonard's having himself a good time. I'm sure we'll see him in the beta. And, you know, I just want to throw a little shout out into the mix, too. You know, talking with the devs and hearing them, of course, here across the show. This feels like there's a different level of, like, aura and pride surrounding every element of this COD Next, where they really feel
Vale, el mapa
this
es
may be
totalmente
one
así.
of the giants in the history of Treyarch releases, talking about the content depth that we're seeing not just on launch, but especially building even
Eso
further
relleno.
into Season 1. I mean, this is going to be a really fall into early winter for Call of Duty fans.
I love that you said that, Shift, because you know I've been gleaming about it. The fact that we have global progression across the board with this content. Like, it doesn't matter if you're playing Warzone, if you're playing campaign, if you're playing multiplayer, you can level up your favorite weapon, even if you're playing Resurgence here. So, kind of on the research side, we see FIFA, again, looting around. It just looks so pretty, so beautiful. But most of these players, you kind of see them finding a lot of success outside the perimeters and rotating in.
And there's something about finding your first Warzone victory on a new map, but can you go back to back?
Ooh.
That's got to be the goal. I mean, these guys, if you've followed their streams, you know that these guys look to try to string together a win after a win after a win. And, ooh, Redman's actually showing up in the proximity chat, so we may have a couple of Goliaths in the Warzone space facing off if they end up meeting here outside of research.
Yeah, well, I have loudness EQ with my IEMs and...
Oh, genial, están activos, perfecto.
All right, well, being able to, of course, pinpoint those opponents as you see are outside the research center. If you're wondering, the research center is far east of this map, and of course, prepare for battle. Corsair, the official gaming hardware and peripheral partner of Call of Duty.
These guys are going hard. Not that it's a surprise, but they're not even commenting like the proc chat in game. Like, these guys must have downloaded external software to find themselves make sure we're not giving anyone anything. Like, we're locked in here.
Are you stream sniping?
Yeah. These guys, yeah, they always keep you laughing, always feeling the groove. But yeah, I love just kind of just like looking at ground loot, right? We're seeing a lot of the legendary MXR17, which almost kind of looks like gives me HVK vibes for BO3. Also, to kind of just taking a look at the loadouts of what some players decided to pick, the M8 with the Dravik seems to be quite popular with Mountaineer, Quick Fix, and Tempered. As you know, Tempered does give you that 2-plate slot as you can heal up quickly.
Yeah. So some early ideas in terms of what weapons in Black Ops 7 may become viable in the Warzone space. What's your feelings kind of looking at this map? I know that, you know, we're coming off of a lot of exposure and content surrounding Rebirth Island, whether it be from EWC or just other events that have been happening in the space. But you kind of heard the devs talking about the fact that, like, we really purposefully, with the intention of using water, really not using water. Yeah, there's water elements, but they're all shallow. We're not seeing that same kind of swimming around regain style, so it really forces you to play inside the bounds of the map itself. What do you feel about that compared to other Resurgence maps we've seen in the past?
I like it because, like, you know, you really just have the water that's kind of on the far east side of the map that separates like the mansion area, and then like it kind of just goes around the map, so it kind of creates like this outermost like regain situation where you have these hot spots but then regain spots, and it's kind of like a blend of both internally in the map, but it's like it's not too much where you just get caught and you can't regain at all, right?
Oh my goodness! Aiden just got put on Reddit. Yep. Nope. Oh my goodness, he just got spit on. That was repulsive biffle!
Not today. You even saw the head shake too.
I mean, I cannot believe what I just saw. He had every advantage in that gunfight. Off the mantle. But again, Omni movement, a little bit different. And now a chance to move deeper into the central POI for Pulse, Biffle, and Shamu.
I believe last year these were our first winners too.
Oh, good
So
call.
I'm kind of curious to see Repulse beating for it. That was Matt Cracks that he just took down. And another one. Is that Big Daddy Hex?
That was Big Daddy Hex. That's the boss.
Ooh!
Wow.
How dare you do that to him? Breaking his arm like that, Repulse? Come on now. This is context.
This is sick. And you know, it's interesting because here's another point of that water you just kind of mentioned, just to kind of put it into some visual identity for you all at home. It is just like, it's not going to be the same that you've seen across things like Rebirth Island in the past, where it's like you can deep dive, try to regain, wait for your teammates to jump back in. Like it's going to force you to play inside the map from really start to finish, which I think also builds towards a more frenetic pace. You heard that word be used a lot by the devs. Like a lot of these POIs are very chaotic. You've got a lot of central points that you can fight over, but also on the exteriors, places like train station, places like coal depot, are going to force a lot of teams to continue to fight even when they're not at full strength.
Those buy stations really make a difference too, as far as where you're regaining and you know, what teams could be holding them down or locking it in. Repo's able to get some information. UAV you could see on the map, being able to locate enemies as it's pretty much an advanced UAV we got going on here.
Advanced right now, yeah. So you would feel like this POV is going to be a fun one to watch through the foreseeable future. Trying to single-handedly hunt down a team of 3 in front of them. Smokes are out. Hunt is on. Looks like this could be a third-party situation as well. And, well, no need for it as Repulse is just doing it all himself. So, again, you're seeing some of the most experienced Warzone players really just running and gunning at the moment. Small moment of hesitation as Breadman takes him down. But, you know, the other thing about this map that, you know, especially coming off of taking a look at maps like Rebirth Island, which is currently one of the big favorites for Resurgence, is that you do have levels of elevation, but it's hilly. It's not like these dramatic inclines where you see zip lines are necessary. You know, I think that, again, leads towards how does the movement of Black Ops 7 transition into the Warzone space?
I love that you say that, because it's like I'm thinking, okay, I don't have to break my neck looking up at peak, or like the verticality, it's not too high. It almost seems just pretty level headed. You know, some of these buildings though, where you do have multiple levels, where you could potentially hold the high ground or maybe even land on the roof, could be beneficial, but nonetheless, I agree with you. It does seem very like blended out. It's not too much in terms of verticality. Did I just see 19?
I saw 19 for Pulse. So these guys are holding nothing back at the moment. Fun stuff. And we're going to start to seek another late game situation. And like even just looking at it on the drop in, like yes, you've got these central areas that are going to have a bit more clutter, a little bit difficult to kind of use that kind of more floating UAV style, but the map it feels open. Like there are a lot of transitionary spaces that you could get caught on. So one of those things you got to be a little bit more cautious of as we head on over to Team, playing with Isaac and Crowder. These 3 boys were vibing yesterday, very close to one another in their setups during the tech test. For some reason I can't say the words tech test together.
It's gonna be a tongue twister. Oh, shots on. I believe that is. Was that Chrissy down below? Napalm strike you see coming inbound, but I love the fact of kind of like this utilization, right? You mentioned that open area and rotating out. I feel like that's where we see players use a lot of stim shots, smokes, using those utilities to get across.
Yeah, and that's familiar, right? And that's kind of what we've been talking about a lot through CODNEX, is how much of the game feels familiar but uniquely different. You're going to start to see, like, yeah, the things that you've been building over the course of at least the last year in Warzone will still apply. It just comes down to how can you utilize new movement techniques, and maybe even more so, again, with tac sprint being a thing you have to really perk into. It's going to change how your loadout creation is going to look like, but I don't know. It feels like, looking especially at our most experienced players, it feels like they're already locked in, and they're no stranger to what they're already seeing in the gameplay form.
Correct. I think we saw TP a little bit with the LMG, the MK-18 being one of them, but another elimination we got here, using a body shield. We're seeing too much of this tactical plays here, but nonetheless, you kind of see that big game bounty going in, and I think the boys are going to go towards Ryda there.
Oh, yeah.
You can kind of see the big game bounty running away.
Yeah, they're on the way. You heard the calls. They're hunting.
Oh, they're at my level.
I think especially knowing that early circle days, you were going to lose the resurgence timer here in a moment, but you've got a 3v2, and yeah, there goes Joe, there goes Brett, looking for the last, good nade, but not enough. Ryder will fall, and the resurgence does get disabled in that moment, so Biffa will pop the advanced UAV, and now it's on to the hunt for the next one, although I do believe Joe may have just spawned right back in again, so maybe a chance for that team that they found as victims to regain.
I have to say, visually, Mansion looks so clean, especially with the hardwood floors.
Yeah.
Again, there's not a lot of dark spaces, dark corners where players have talked about. Sometimes it's visually hard to see enemies and opponents, but I just visually again, have to stress, even inside buildings, how good it looks.
Yeah. It's just, everything feels so clear, and the other word that we've heard the dev team talk about a lot is lighting.
Yeah.
How much focus they put on the exterior versus the interior of certain areas. And you're right, again, dark contrast versus light bodies, other areas that feel like you have an idea or an opportunity to utilize cover, but it's still, like, you're not incognito, I guess I should say. Like, you're not camouflaged by the environment around you, and it's just, I think that's something that people find a lot of fun with. Being able to know where your fight is going to be, and it feels like you're on an even footing. And there it is, another look back over towards the Z-Rex and what this area starts to look like, especially, again, that big open dome, that big atrium, where that natural lighting can still illuminate a lot of these darker corners.
Still providing that realism element to the game. And we just love to see that. So kind of just, I think I believe this squad here, Repulse, Biffle, Lucky, they kind of cleared everything out, but just making sure, still kind of as we roam through Mansion side.
Yeah, 3v1 situation, so they're going to get a win here. But Repulse is going to have some clips to send to Twitter later. that much
For
we know.
sure. I was like, man, they wiped everybody so dang fast. I was like, yeah, you're right. I didn't even realize that. One player
Oh, wait, they're
left.
going for the dedicated melee kill. This is part of the TCL Power Hour. They're going for the dedicated melee kill. If you want a 27-inch TV, get loud in chat, because this is what you need. They're on the hunt. Get there! Run there! Sprint! Get there! Biffle! Do it! Do it, Biffle! Do it, Biffle! We want televisions! Yeah!
Oh, man.
Oh, we love it! That's a perfect way to take a momentary pause. Biffle Repulse lighting things up here on Haven's Hollow. We'll be back. More Warzone coming up. Don't go far.
AMD, the official CPU and GPU partner of Black Ops 7. Share the wins. Elgato, the official streaming partner of Call of Duty. Herman Miller. Check out the latest Embody gaming colorways at hermanmiller.com/gaming. Xfinity customers get early access to the Black Ops 7 open beta. Visit xfinity.com/rewards to claim your code today. You're invited to the Little Caesars Call of Duty Challenge. Open the Little Caesars app, accept and complete the challenge. You might win a copy of the new Call of Duty Black Ops 7. You'll also be entered for a chance to win the grand prize, a trip to an Activision studio to squad up with George Kittle in a 1-hour epic Call of Duty battle. Complete the Little Caesars Call of Duty Challenge today.
And those were our first ever matches on Haven's Hollow here at Call of Duty Next. Amazing action, the dedicated melee, we've got the enhanced body shield kills. We're excited to welcome back Matt Kristak from Hyman Studios to talk a bit more about this map's design. Matt and Max, man, I'm like so hyped from watching those matches that I can't talk. We were screaming back here, but we're definitely getting that small town, sense of Americana on this map. How did you guys think about building Haven's Hollow for Resurgence?
Yeah, so first and foremost with Resurgence maps, we really want like a fast-paced, high-action map, good flow, really interesting routes, for movement. We want to support, all the various play styles that, players want to engage with. And we really wanted to have a good balance between, our power positions, just our cover density, and just spots for people to regain.
Yeah, and let's not forget that Rebirth Island was also based on a zombies map. Shout out to Mob of the Dead. So this is something that we've tried before, and players have really enjoyed it in the past. Excited to see what you guys have cooked with this.
Yeah, Mob of the Dead was great.
Yeah. We know those zombie fans.
Got the zombie fans.
But now we got the Warzone folks playing it. So we're getting back into a little bit more live gameplay in just a second, but I have a few more questions for you, Matt. I know there have been some key areas of focus on this map. What can you tell me about what is going to make Haven's Hollow really stand out as an experience?
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, when you look at it, right, the visuals. It's bright, it's colorful. We've got this amazing foliage that's kind of in there. Yeah, we're really focusing a lot on player visibility. And also, like, the power spots we're really trying to curate. So, like, every tree that's on here, we've hand-placed, to try to curate those long lines of sight. There's a really, intimate focus on just, like, the cover placement, the density, just the flow kind of going through these spaces to make sure that it's easy for players. And just, again, just promoting all those different play styles.
Sort of thing for me where I'm looking at a game as a player, I'm watching these streams, I'm thinking about how I would navigate the map, like going from cover to cover, and it does feel like, there's options in all over the place, which is really, really cool.
Yeah.
I'm definitely seeing all these features, and I'm having a lot of fun thinking about Darkness right on top of the old Steamboat. Beautiful stuff. Well, that's enough for us for now. Let's get back over to the casters and back to the game.
You out in the studio, appreciate it. Yes, we have 250 creators today across 2 epic project map arenas, and we find ourselves right in the midst of the TCL Power Hour. We've already kind of kicked things off, but just as a reminder, our creators are trying to complete these 9 challenges while being in the midst of all the chaos, all the frenetic energy of Warzone. And with these 9 challenges, again, come 9 opportunities for you at home to win a 27-inch TCL QD LED monitor. And we've already seen a handful. We've seen the dedicated melee, the combat expert that came through, and the vehicle elimination that you wanted to. So yes, make sure you post on X, include the hashtags listed, and also scan that QR code to get entered for a chance to win the 27G64 monitor from TCL. Sorry we didn't necessarily get to see the vehicle kill on our POV, Velen. I know you're looking forward to it. We still have a lot more challenges to go, and we're going to jump on board with Crowder to see if his Warzone gameplay looks as good as his golf swing.
It's still okay. If it's free, it's me, right? But plenty opportunities. We'll go ahead and see Crowder getting overloaded there. I think that was Benny, Essential, and Zyro, but I love this map, and I just love the fact that they talked about really catering to all different types of play styles.
Yeah, and it's just like one of those things that we kind of hinted towards it. I will say it's fun to see that kind of extra level of depth being provided by the dev team, talking about the things that we're just automatically noticing. Like, I think you and I as commentators, we often take a look to see how does the map kind of flow? What are the players able to do, like, without hesitation, without obstacle hurdling? And it really feels like this map has provided a lot of fun and again, just a lot of open visibility to allow these generic moments to kind of come through. And again, if you're watching these guys fighting for their Warzone win, you need to get yourself a scuff. Gear up for Call of Duty with the official controller of Call of Duty and Call of Duty Next. Get those back buttons, get those interactive triggers, get all the things you possibly need to not end in second like Teep and Co just did.
All right, switching on over though here to Isli Gaming. Let's see what we got picked up. We're on the main street here, which all of these POIs, Main Street being a popular hot spot. Really over on the southwest side of the map, but all of these different POIs, again, are just so freaking beautiful, Alan. I can't get over it. I'm just literally mind blown right now.
Tell me how you really feel.
It's just every tree being placed strategically to allow players to get into that flow state. We love that.
Yeah, they really do. Oh, goodness. A little bit of issue right there, but Isla Gaming able to find the elimination. You can capture your gameplay, share the wins with the official creator gear of Call of Duty. That's Elgato, creating tons of products that just will enhance your ability to not just record, but also live stream and just enhance your overall gaming setup. So make sure you check them out at Elgato. Big shout out to our friends there.
All right, so what do we got nearby? This is kind of see that echo unit go down, creating a little bit of a deploy, but all these buildings here, just kind of like looking around, you know, again, just you can kind of see on the main street, just looking, just checking, breach and clear, making sure that no one is like hiding in here or regaining. But for the main street, I kind of like that like duality of it being open. You got the buildings on the side and kind of can just, you know, loot around.
It's just one of those things like with smaller maps that come with Resurgence. I think the inherent question always is about, is it going to be too much? Like, am I going to feel too chaotic? Am I going to feel like I'm just lost completely? Right. And I will say, like, again, like the ability to connect these different POIs has felt really seamless, just watching players transition as the zone forces them to move. But at the same rate, being in that more downtown Main Street feel, yeah, you still get that up close and personal kind of jump scare style combat that you want to see, and keeping that balance between movement versus actual interactions. And if you want to dominate every game, make sure you check out the official gaming PC and gaming laptop for Call of Duty. That's Origin. Scan the QR code right there to learn more about how you can get your hands on one. As we continue to see if this group of three can find out where exactly this team is that's around them. Again, that high to low, that multi-setup around the riverboat can be difficult to track down players. That's where Movement Kings will really shine.
Speaking with Khaleesi here, the player we see on her screen, she was just so happy to be at COD Next, kind of just like surreal that she gets an opportunity to test this game, and you know, just kind of just seeing just the energy from all of the creators here, and just so happy to even be playing on this new map. This is Khaleesi.
Oh, bueno, vamos a cenar. Si me muteo otra vez, pues por eso. Vale, si no me escucháis, recordad que me tenéis que a veces se me olvida que me muteo. Si no me escucháis. Está feo. Está feo, chato.
That's fine. It's again ankle deep. It's ankle deep. It's fine. It's fine. No one's mad. No one's mad. So a chance to build out the loadout, see if they can find some engagements, get things going for the squad. And you know, it's another thing too. You know, you talk about just the atmosphere that surrounds this map. I think especially compared to where we are right now in Resurgence with Rebirth Island, like again, it just feels like everything has a unique element to it, where you feel like you're being transported from place to place. Just the different autonomous kind of level and nature of how these points of interest are set up. As we get a little bit of a jump scare here as the team starts to finally find some contact around the outside of the Haven's Hollow mural. And also seeing a team load back on in after the Resurgence timer is still truly in effect. Decent shots. Now a chance to follow up and clean as the darkness will drop and leave that squad a little shorthanded.
And I love the Grand 45K, the usage of the attack sprint speed. You got that little extra boost there. So Steiner doing a really good job, kind of just breaching, going quickly with these gunfights, engagements. You don't want to hold on. You don't want to basically fight too long.
Dude, yeah.
But I will say this all coming soon to Warzone, operators will get to ride a special edition Polaris vehicle. But in typical COD Next fashion, we decided to go a step further, and why not have our creators ride Polaris vehicles in a real life in the desert? So let's go ahead and see how that went down.
Are you guys ready? We are ready!
Oh. Oh, la marmota. Oh.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, tons Tons of fun. Fans of course, those that like to go off-roading, you need to get in there and enter for a chance to win your very own Polaris adventure by entering the sweepstakes on the official Call of Duty X account. And of course, using the hashtags right below. You want to get out there. You want to give yourself a chance. We're going to take a brief step out and come back with more action from Call of Duty Next. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Siento chat, estoy arreglando un poco ahí. Tenía un cable colgando.
Official controller partner of Call of Duty. Hamilton, equipped for precision. Hamilton and Call of Duty team up for a special edition Khaki Field Auto Watch. Get yours on November 14th. Customize your typing. Drop, the official keycap partner of Call of Duty. Unleash the beast with Monster Energy, the official energy drink of Call of Duty.
Yes.
Welcome back to Call of Duty Next, live from Las Vegas. We are excited to have Raven joining us now to talk about some of the key updates coming to Call of Duty Warzone. Welcome Senior Software Engineer Francesco Galetti and Lead Producer Jason Rohde from Raven Software, gentlemen. The Omni Room, welcome.
We're so excited to have you here. We have so much to cover, and we want to hit on all of the updates coming to Warzone. But I want to start out by talking about how Raven is approaching the Warzone experience. We know there's been feedback from the community on prioritizing Warzone. Francesco, what can you share with us?
Absolutely, Stephanie. We've definitely heard that feedback over the last year. The team is hard at work continuing to evolve the Warzone movement. It's not going to be one-to-one with multiplayer this year, but we're obviously trying to have fun, bringing in those elements such as combat role from multiplayer, keeping things fresh and engaging, but at the same time somewhat familiar to returning players.
That sounds extremely cool. Like, this sounds like a ton of fun. Francesco, do you have any sort of fun examples for us on the movement changes?
Absolutely, yeah. So for tactical sprint, we are removing default tactical sprint, and we're increasing the baseline sprint speed to compensate for that. If players are still looking for that tactical sprint, it's not going to be available in the sprinter perk.
And you see, it's a big change stuff. Like, this
es mucho más rápido el sprinter. No es táctico como tal, pero es mucho más rápido. Es como un intermedio del táctico y el sprint normal. También noto que tiene menos estabilidad que el sprint del Black Ops 6, pero más estabilidad que el del Warzone actual. Me gusta.
Jason roasted some of the creators in the room yesterday getting set up. He was like, for all of you out there,
aunque no sé por qué, y luego
está
lleno de camperos.
Hey, it happens with Warzone. So now we have a perk to help out with that. Another feature that we want to talk about is loadout customers.
Y prácticamente te obligan a jugar así.
We saw some of the researchers gameplay, and there's a lot of new things happening. Francesco, what can you tell us?
Absolutely, a lot of new things coming for a lot of customization.
Algo que nos pasó, por ejemplo, en el Octubre.
We are baking in overkill by default for everyone, and also we are having the return of 5 attachments. That's going to make it easier for us to balance and meta based on the feedback.
That's my question. How are you guys approaching to balancing and shifting metas now with these changes?
Yeah, absolutely. Our philosophy this year is to expand on build diversity, making that every attachment choice is going to be a lot more meaningful. Also, we're going to be shifting meta more often, like we said, and make every category for weapons feel a lot more distinct.
Jason, we were talking about this earlier in the show. Sorry, I have to cough. But earlier...
I got you, dude. I got you. I think we were going to sort of talk about the weapon builds as well. So we've seen it now for MP. Of course, like with Warzone, this is a huge thing.
Oh, están regalando códigos de la beta por el chat.
Is that coming to Warzone?
Absolutely, yeah.
GG.
We're stoked to have weapon build sharing coming to Warzone Season 1 for Black Ops 7 weapons.
It's fantastic news. All right, so the feature is going to make things a lot easier with the squad and for content creators as well. I mean, we're seeing these players run as many attachments and stuff as they can now. It's going to be a ton of fun watching them put out content, have a good time, and get us loaded with the best stuff. Speaking of the best stuff, let's throw back over to the casters for some more gameplay. Shift, Dream Crazy. Let's rock.
Absolutely. Thank you, Miles. Thank you, gang. We're pumped to continue on with our TCL Power Hour. We've already seen 3 crossed off, and I know there has been some dedicated, intentional action trying to get this done. And we are able to cross off another one of, well, another 2 of the TCL challenges. Again, our creators are trying to complete these 9 challenges while being in the middle of Haven's Hollow. Once these 9 challenges are completed, there will be 9 opportunities for you at home to win a 27-inch TCL QD LED monitor. We're jumping back into the gameplay, but before we do, scan that QR code. Post on X, it includes the hashtags and of course, the longer TCL one there to make sure you are properly entered and have a chance to win. Because I'll tell you, we were floating around when they were in the dev studio, and I would hear people saying, like, what do we got? What do we need to get still? Because these guys, they don't want to just win. They also want to get this TCL Power Hour completed.
I think we only had 2 more left, too. We have an Echo unit and a C4 elimination.
We got those.
We got that.
We gotta get those.
Easy. As, well, we're coming on here with the, probably a quick win, maybe a streak. Only 1 player left. His pros is trying to pin him down, but... Oh, no.
Oh, they're in a little trouble. This is down to 2v3 situation with his teammate flying in still, so PA's being tossed down. No gas mask right now. And now it's just down to a 1v3 situation. Oh, pros, what do you got for us? Oh, it's not looking good. Down to the last couple of plates. Gas is chewing them up. Shots coming in. Pros, nowhere to go. Not quite able to get over the finish line by the look of it. 1 teammate floating back on in, but it's only a matter of time. Unfortunately, not able to find the Warzone victory here, but so close. So close.
So close. I think you even saw him trying to use his tip shot to get away.
Italian.
Oh, there we go.
Look at it. Oh,
wait, what?
Dirty. That was so sick. Does it count? Does it count? Yes, it does. Dirty, it counts. I know it was an armor break, but it was through a wall. Like, what are we talking about?
That's the VS Recon too. We've been talking about that sniper, even seeing it in Warzone, how strong it is. And these players are getting ready to load up into a game yet again. Oh, Alan. I really, the one thing I'm also anticipating, as the devs did talk about it, right? We have overkill. Finally.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up, because one of the things that at least I'm kind of locked into, what I'm noticing is how clear in the UI when you see players with their loadouts, you can see what 5 attachments they're going with. So not only do you get the ability of being able to share your loadouts across your communities or across your friend group, by using the build share that we've seen introduced for multiplayer. Love to hear that it's coming back into Warzone, because I'll tell you flat out, as much as a meta follower I am when it comes to multiplayer, whenever I jump into Warzone, I never know what's going back through. But speaking of drop, you can also get your drop on by customizing your typing with the official keycaps for Call of Duty. Checkout drop there as we drop on in to see what loadouts Sophie, Bella, and Chrissy are able to pull for this particular drop. Not to keep using the word, but to keep using the word.
Yeah. Let's see where we are going to land. And this one, it's the Homestead, which is pretty, like, I feel like the only, like, central most, like, POI here. But kind of just taking a first peek and gander kind of right here at the stables, the barn. You can kind of see it's a quick loot, and you got a buy station nearby, and also one into the northwest area too as well. So maybe we can catch some enemies rotating over.
Little echo usage right there from Sophie. Again, just kind of utilizing some of the different utility points that come in with Black Ops 7 across the board. We haven't really seen too much of it, but I want to see some more sight grenade usage. I know when Miles was first telling me about the sight grenade, I was like, brother, I will be absolutely debated when I get to buy. I'm shooting everything. People will be looking at me like I'm crazy, but I'm excited for that little bit of new deployable utility coming into the game as well. Oh, we already got our first body shield here. Let's go.
Okay, this is happening way too much here today. These guys are having so much fun. I will tell you what, but kind of just taking a look at the elimination.
Oh, it's Hex. I'm gonna. Oh, Hex. Brother.
Again?
You know, I saw his post on X earlier today. He was posting a Black Ops 7 like sniper montage coming soon. It's a happy 18th birthday because he was looking cracked out. But if he's getting body shielded, I might have to go delete.
You gotta just hear them talking, yeah. All right, so having enough money, of course, to get our loadouts here. The XR3 Ion, a sniper, another one that is going to be featured here in the beta. so much.
And I have to say again, like I just love the clarity, and it's kind of like the unsung hero of like developers, like just shouting out the UI UX directors that are involved.
Bueno, chat, vamos a darle 30 minutitos más al directo.
Now you can see it. So, great stuff as we lock
Aunque ya sería más o menos 2 horas y seguro que alguno ya ha podido hacer el drop. Cualquier cosa, pues todavía podréis continuar viendo hoy, bueno, viendo. Pues aparte de viendo, podéis continuar viéndolo, el Call of Duty Next y conseguir todavía los drops a través del canal oficial de Call of Duty y los canales que estén como mi persona en directo. Buenas. Bienvenido Harmony. Harmo.
There's a street side, so they just kind of want to get into that cover. And switching on board here with Legends 6K over by the train wreck side. Again, just a lot of situations where you can move fast. We've got an ATV we're seeing here. Smooth pickings.
Yeah, this is again like another element.
Sí, me parece que hay cooldown en plataforma morada. Creo que son 10 minutitos. Ya puedes comentar. Si no, cualquier cosa, estamos también directo en las otras redes sociales y puedes comentar. En la plataforma vertical hay TTS.
We're gonna head on over to break. When we come back, we've got way more when it comes to Call of Duty Next. So stay tuned as we continue to reveal more at Call of Duty Next at the back.
Oh, el francotirador. Oh my god. Le sabe el gameplay.
Screen TCL QD Mini LED TV with 144 Hz native refresh rate and AMD FreeSync Premium Pro. TCL, the official TV.
Comentarte Harmony Harmo que tienes que comentar al menos una vez para poder acceder al directo. Al sorteo. Ahora mismo estoy sorteando 2 códigos. Uno que tengo de precompra en tienda física y otro que me han dado ahora mismo en el drop de Twitch.
It seems to be right in line with the approach we talked about earlier that Raven is prioritizing the Warzone experience with gameplay updates. What have you guys been cooking on perks?
Yeah, we are continuing to restructure and update perks across Warzone to create a more balanced experience while focusing on player agency that will fit a variety of gameplay styles. We have the tac sprint going to the sprinter perk. We talked about that earlier. That's also going to be bringing in some elements of gung-ho, which is really exciting. We also have the ghost perk, which will now hide players from advanced UAVs at the cost of a less forgiving movement situation.
And also we can't forget the all-new adaptive perk that merges old elements from previous perks like Resolute and Reflex into a brand new perk, giving you the edge in sticky situations.
Dang, okay. Jason, sounds like we've got to make some pretty serious choices as players when it comes to our loadout now.
Yeah, across the board we've cleaned up perks. So
Recordad que en cuanto termine la media horita, creo que reiniciaré directo en alguna de las plataformas y empezaremos con el easter egg de Directos en Black Ops 4. Nos quedan el último de los 3 easter eggs, los 3 de los 4, porque la ronda 151 en confidencial la veremos. La cinemática, digo.
Yeah, we want to bring what makes sense into Warzone. We want to make sure it fits the modes, the gameplay. The first thing we're bringing over is the needle drone. So the needle drone will be replacing the impact grenades. It is still an impact explosive, but it's providing a little bit more utility for players. They will be able to
es como un dron cazador. Es que literalmente es un dron cazador. Me gustaba más el otro que era como un avioncito. Pero veo como más. Claro, no sé si habrá enjambre de esos.
You have to choose a
Porque claro, el dron lo que tenías es que lo podías lanzar en el aire y
be vulnerable, take
volabas a encontrar a un enemigo y podías guiarlo. Este parece más el dron del Warzone.
I
Es
gotta
que
go
no
with
te
the
guardan,
Vector
claro,
Signal.
Kaos.
It's the
Tú también.
first tactical that's Warzone only.
Ah, he visto.
It's gonna cause up to 3 enemies to, in a 40-meter radius, to emit directional sound. It's gonna create a lot of chaos in the battle and some really cool moments.
And scrambling the HUD, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, okay, go.
All right, Jason, let's talk about field upgrades because there are some great ones coming.
Yeah, we have to talk about the Echo unit. It is creating a hologram that mimics the operator in almost every way. Their skin, their stance, their weapon. It's a upgrade to the inflatable decoy in a lot of ways, and it will get you. It's gonna
No,
be-
pero se nota que es un holograma.
I've seen it getting people.
No es que tenga gráficos bajos, claro.
Already in gameplay, but I've heard the Warzone teams talking about how there are more
Oh.
opportunities for counterplay. In this
Veremos cómo está
chapter.
configurado eso,
What
porque
can
estoy
you
pensando,
give us some examples?
ya pasa en ciertos juegos que, por ejemplo, ahora mismo en el que estamos haciendo los directos de Black Ops 4, si tienes según qué gráficos, no ves los buzones de knockdown. Y para un paso es muy importante, ya que o te lo aprendes de memoria o te puedes confundir a la hora de poner los códigos. Así que espero que no pase algo así con esa habilidad tipo señuelo. O también pasa en otros juegos shooters, que si le bajas los gráficos de la gama, puedes ver a través de la maleza.
It's still going on, Miles. TCL Power Hour continues as we need to see, are these last two going to come through? We saw the Echo unit get utilized, so now we're all rooting for C4 eliminations, because if our creators can find a way to do that, they are going to open up an opportunity for you at home to win 9 separate TVs from TCL by posting on X, by including those hashtags, by scanning that QR code. You will enter for a chance to win 27-inch TCL, friends. It's free. If it's free, it's Ellen.
Espero que pueda que
There's
estén
no better sale than something that's free. So we'll
que
see
estén
if
jugando todos
our
los
creators can find
influencers que han
one
ido al
C4
Cognes
elimination
con esas
and
teles,
then
porque madre mía,
to get our
lo que he tenido que pagarle para hacer la promo. Y te la hacen cada
These smokes? Are
5
we
minutos.
talking about smokes that negate Molotov damage? That
Cada
was
vez que
an
prácticamente
amazing
cada
segment
cambio de
about some of the
escena,
changes that's coming to
¡pum!
Warzone in terms of tactical utilities, using a stim to
¡Ey!
basically
Sí, es
remove
totalmente
the
Liberty
effects
Falls.
of a stun. Absolutely amazing stuff.
And it's not just like
No le voy a reconocer un momento porque está como más abierto, es más amplio. Pero sí, sí, es la que me Hola, iglesia. Tiene más profundidad. Tiene como 2 zonas. Y claro, esas zonas no jugables por donde aparecen.
Look directly at what you just did in this last year for Black Ops 6 and say, you know what?
Una
That perk
oficina
is a little
pequeña.
redundant. That perk is
Oficina
not all
pequeña.
that well used. This ability, this
Pequeñita.
could be better. And then
Una,
immediately
esa
be able
ventana
to
es
affect
spot.
it. And I just love that. That ability to just completely rubber band and come back to what the community has said in the last
Sale del
365.
patio, el patio
and come
sigue
out with
siendo el
something that
mismo.
feels fresh, new, and just absolutely unbelievable.
Ahí va a haber una
So,
escalera.
as you start to get ready for the beta, make sure you stay hungry. Little Caesars, the official pizza of Call of Duty. As we see another Warzone
Legends.
victory take place, Legends is
6K.
surprised. He's like, wait, that's last
GG.
team.
It's like these players are getting so locked in. It's just you don't even realize sometimes you just want to go around the map and fly around, get into that flow state as you mentioned. The developers intentionally placing every single tree even to make it perfect for our players. They are
Buena
listening to
cripto.
the community feedback and we are
Ah,
coming out with
mi looker favorito.
And so far, we've seen a ton of absolutely wild plays throughout Call of Duty Next. So we're going to take a moment to check out today's top plays presented by AMD.
Right, well, this was one that we had saw with Scump getting pinched here in this situation. And of course, Leonard Shifty and Ahsoka taking the dub.
You see even just bouncing in the background, just the excitement, the joy that comes through. We heard some words shared by Leonard Fournette, but Aiden, what happened? Hello? I
No,
mean,
no,
off
no.
the mantle, shots are there,
No,
but
se lo va a volver a hacer.
destroyed. That map so far, I think, has been one of my top plays.
Pobre
Just
taqueo.
individually and Repulse on the other side shows the joy of what exactly this
Exagerado.
unfolded. We'll see on Reddit.
How about this snipe though from Dirty?
¿Otra vez? ¿El mismo spot?
And right
El
in
mismo...
there,
Uy, es
displaying
el mismo
the
spot todo el
snipers has to come
tiempo.
with a VS
Antes
Recon,
el
a win for
mismo
Dirty.
francotirador, el mismo
Phase
spot.
doing phase things. We're gonna skip over to a quick break. 360, not quite no scope, but Dirty pop it off as we head to break. Come back with more.
Wow. Mi dislexia. Lel.
You're invited to the Little Caesars Call of Duty Challenge. Open the Little Caesars app. Accept
No,
and complete
no me
the
mira así
challenge.
porque estoy cenando.
You might win a copy of the
Ah,
new
no,
Call
no estoy
of
cenando,
Duty
pis.
Black Ops 7. You'll
Qué
also be
apetecible.
entered for a chance to win the grand prize. A trip to an Activision studio to squad up with George Kittle in a 1-hour epic Call of Duty battle. Complete the Little Caesars Call of Duty Challenge today.
We are back
Voy por agua,
developers
por agua,
because it's
vuelvo.
time to talk about
Y nos vamos a jugar
the
al Black Ops
iconic
4.
Verdance. Welcome, Assistant Creative Director Carl
Justo va a empezar la campaña, Kaos. ¿Qué?
What can
Bueno,
you share us
lo
on
pienso.
the updates coming to Verdance?
A lot, actually. But first, I just want to say that I'm really grateful to be here to represent so many great people who are working on Verdance across the world. Now, together, we love Verdance, just like our players. And we really wanted to make sure that for Season 1, we deliver really impactful changes to the map. So, together, Beanox, Raven, and High Moon, we've delivered not one, but two major point of interest. The first one is a brand new signal station, and the latter is a remastered factory.
Well, I think we're infilling as we speak, but let's take a look at the updated TAC map.
There they are.
Very first look at Signal Station coming to Verdansk. Carl, we'll start with Signal Station. Tell us about this one.
Yeah, it's brand new, modern, clean. It's an eye-popping addition to the map. It has a unique gameplay feature that players can take advantage of. And as you can see right there, it features multiple buildings with unique visual, but more importantly, gameplay flow, right? You have the control room right there. You just saw the server room. There you go, we're back at it. It's really just a nice addition to the north section of Verdansk.
I was going to say, I mean, like the map, it looks great and I love the addition, but why this area of the map?
Yeah, exactly. So basically we saw that players really love military base, but it's also isolated in the north, right? And so we wanted to breathe life in an area that hasn't seen much action lately. So that's why.
Yeah, it sounds extremely cool, and one thing that I love is just we're seeing it around us now,
Yep.
but knowing that's good, that visual and the height is going to draw people into this POI. Hopefully some players are going to drop there today. We're going to get a look. But I think you mentioned earlier that there's a unique feature in store for us with Signal Station.
Absolutely. I'm thrilled to talk about it, really. Signal Station will introduce what we call the tactical heat map. It's a feature that gives you crucial information on the battlefield. So it's really great. Basically, in a nutshell, it shows the threat level all around you on the TAC map.
We're getting a look at it here. So the tactical heat map is not in this build here,
exactly.
here at Next.
So here you can see it, the entire Verdansk displayed in front of you. You have it, that's your personal version where you can see where most players are. It's really useful.
It looks really useful. It's giving, again, us as players a lot of choice. We can make, informed decisions based on a little bit of information around us.
Ya estamos por aquí.
We wanted to add a strategic gameplay element as we introduce Signal Station. So that's what we've done. If you're an aggressive player, you can go there.
No,
and
sigue
use
siendo
the
Warzone.
heat map to
Pues
go
bueno,
towards
chat.
the red zones to get those
Lo he
high kill
dicho.
games. And if you want to play tactical,
Nos
you
veremos
can go towards the green ones or
en
the yellow
5
ones.
minutos,
You
10
choose
minutos
your
que
own pace
me organice con los
with the
compas
heat map.
y
And that's what we
empezamos
love about
el
it.
Easter egg
And it actually
de
gives
Tar
a
of the
true
Tote.
reason to go at Signal
Ahora
Station.
Yeah.